Jamie, 3, 2, 1. Boom, and we're live. What's up, Trevor? How are you, brother?
Damn good. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. You're a coffee snob?
Coffee addict.
What's the difference? When do you become a snob? Like when you go, I want to drink at Starbucks.
Maybe when you can tell the difference between all the kinds of coffee.
Oh, yeah, right. If you could, this is an Ethiopian.
This is this is
I guess
that.
they're all Ethiopian, right?
Thanks, Joe.
Originally. I learned that from Peter Giuliani. That's his name? Giuliano or Giuliani? I had a real coffee expert on here once who dropped the science on me. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Yeah, he dropped some coffee science on us. Shout out to Black Rifle Coffee.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So what's up, man? How are you? You did the full Comedy Store
I did.
Gauntlet last night.
I figured, there's a chance he's going to be there. Let me look it up. Take my buddies. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
fun.
there all the time. That's like I was saying, it's like the gym, That's where we train.
And you can see it, and it's rad to see. It's fun to see that kind of training going on with that kind of creative art that you need other people to respond to.
Yeah, it's a weird art like that.
Yeah.
You really can't do it in a vacuum.
No, then you're just talking to yourself.
Have you been to comedy shows before?
A few. Actually, I went to your show.
Oh, that was in San Diego, right?
And From. And
Right. At Temecula, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the Pachanga. Is that what it is?
Pachanga.
That's a good fucking casino.
Yeah.
It gets a bad rap. It's like people.
I think it's just because it comes off as silly.
Pachanga, because of the name?
Probably.
It's a good spot. So last night was fun, man. And we almost had like a mini podcast in the back bar of the Comedy Store. I'm like, damn, we got to remember all this cool shit we talked about. I was trying to think like all the different things that we talked about that we have to remember. But one of them is shout out to our buddy Andy Stump, who basically we were talking last night about one of the things that happened. There was an event while you were serving where a helicopter was shot down, and then you were the replacement group.
Yeah, so I was augmenting the group that ended up replacing the guys who passed away during Extortion 17.
And that was a huge event, right?
Enormous. Huge loss to the special operations community as a whole.
I was listening to Andy's podcast with Cam Haynes. It's out right now.
That's right.
Cleared Hot. And he was saying that they were flying towards fires. Actually, this is a different story. But he was saying that it got hit by an RPG at night, which is rare.
Yeah.
Like, apparently those things are not easy to aim.
No, it's just it's a rocket propelled grenade. It's, shoulder fired and you just point and aim. So the thing isn't that accurate.
So do they have a scope on them?
A rudimentary one, and depending on which one you're using, yeah.
So you're just kind of sort of just getting a sight picture through that?
Kentucky wind jigging.
Oh, okay. And so that was a thing that Andy could have been in that group.
Absolutely could have. Which is very tough for guys that aren't there, that could have been there, to know that that's a possibility with so many dudes that spent so much time together, like him, with those guys.
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about last night was the difference in perception between what war is actually like versus what civilians think war is like, and how much of that stuff is sort of polluted by media, by movies and television shows, where they paint this picture of it. And then the only people that know what it's like are you guys. You're the only ones who know, the people that were actually there.
Yeah, and I think it's cool what you're doing and what guys like Jocko are doing, where they're allowing guys to paint that picture for everybody, to see how it really can be from everybody's individual perspective. Because all of us get a different sliver of what's going on. We all see a slightly different reality when we're there.
Yeah.
Each person's different, but I think it's important that everybody gets to relate that to the U.S., especially because of how long this has been going on. It's been 20 years of sustained fighting for a small amount of Americans. And
That's really insane if you stop and think about it. Because remember when we used to think about World War II or Vietnam, like Vietnam dragged on forever. It was nothing compared to this.
it wasn't 20 years.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is really crazy because it seems perpetual. It seems like...
There are guys that are serving now with their fathers.
Jesus Christ.
It's a real thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, when we were talking about it last night, I was saying, is it frustrating to you when you see media depictions of it, when you see films about war, like when you see something that's really woefully inaccurate?
Yeah. It's only really frustrating when you can see that whomever put that together is doing it for their own profit and gain. Like they're misconstruing something to push an agenda, whatever it is. If it's political, economic, who cares?
Right.
That's just unfortunate, especially when they're portraying things that are going on now.
Yeah.
With dudes that are really alive still.
Right.
Like that's tough to see.
Yeah. I'm friends with Marcus Luttrell, and he's going to come on and talk soon, and that's got to be the weirdest one. You're watching Marky Mark play you in a movie, you know. No disrespect, I think Mark Wahlberg is a great actor.
Yeah,
he's a beast. He's a pretty inspirational dude. I mean, I like Mark Wahlberg a lot, but to see that guy from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, like you've seen him.
Yeah, like
I've
seen you in Whitey Tighties. What's going on here?
I've seen you in the Calvin Klein's ads, and now you're playing me. Like that is for Marcus. That's got to be so weird.
Super weird.
Just like some guy, and probably saying a bunch of shit you never really said.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy is what? Bradley Cooper was his buddy in the movie? Who was the other guy?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it?
And that's right.
That's got to be so
totally
bizarre. Yeah. So bizarre. This horrific event in your life that probably, I mean, I don't want to speak for Marcus, but it's got to still be in his head every day.
Absolutely.
All day long.
That stuff doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You know, we all individually think, oh, yeah, you know, maybe it does kind of fade, but that's only because you're not the one who lived it.
Exactly.
With everything.
Yeah, with everything. Yeah, we're very insensitive to the way other people feel about traumatic events or chaos or things that we can't understand.
Yeah, it's part of who you are.
Yeah. I don't think there's a thing that you can't understand more than war if you haven't experienced it. I mean, I haven't obviously haven't experienced it, but when I think about it, I'm like, I don't even know if I should be thinking about like what it's like. Like I have zero knowledge.
Yeah, but it's almost it's very similar to like hunting is, right? If you're not part of it, your distorted view of whatever is going on is so odd because you're essentially fantasizing and trying to build this image up in your head of, oh, that's what that must be like. Mm-hmm. With no ability to actually say that that's really how that's like because you haven't touched it.
Yeah, I would imagine hunting is not nearly as intense.
No, but it's something else that so many people just don't.
They get it wrong.
Get to do, and they get it wrong, like being up on stage, you know, or performing in front of thousands, millions of people.
Yeah,
people don't understand what that's like unless you're up there,
right,
doing the thing,
right. Yeah. But the thing about war that's it's more crazy than any of those things. It's crazier than any of those things.
Yeah.
Is that you're taking 17, 18-year-old kids and subjecting to that while they're really still just figuring out life. Like really in the beginning stages of figuring out life.
Like not even allowed to drink.
Yeah. That is really crazy. You can't drink, but you can shoot people.
Yeah. Thanks for voting. No alcohol for you. Get your ass over there.
Get on in there. It's that's a weird one, right?
Good luck, dog.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you made it the same age, like if you, first of all, don't make voting 18.
No.
It's a terrible idea. All these fucking people that are saying voting should be 16. Fuck you. Didn't Nancy Pelosi say that?
I think so.
I think she said 16. Bro, when I was 16, I was a chimp. I really was. I was one of the dumbest fucking human beings on the planet. If you allowed me to have any say whatsoever into how the world is processed.
Just think of the shit you thought was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, no.
Well, I thought a lot of the same shit was cool. That's what's really sad. comic books. I was into loud noises and loud cars. I was into like most of the
shiny shit.
Yeah, shiny shit like this chimp. Fucking most of the things. I'm not into. I wasn't into yoga or jujitsu back then. Other than that, or hunting or bow hunting. Other than that, pretty fucking similar.
Yeah,
but just dumb as shit.
I'm
still dumb as shit, but really, really dumb as shit back then.
Extra dumb.
Extra dumb. 16-year-old dumb is fucking ridiculous.
Young and dumb.
Yeah.
You don't even have the experience.
Not only that, you've only been getting boners for 3 years, so you're baffled by life, right?
Everything turns you on. You're like, fuck yeah.
Dude, you remember those days? Those were so confusing. To go from being like an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, to being a 13 and a 14-year-old. Like, what is happening in my pants? The fuck is this?
You're going from Legos and Lincoln Logs to, what's that over there?
Yeah, exactly.
She looks good.
Girls are experiencing it too. And so it's like this weird, like you're playing like an adult. You play relationships until you get it right. Yeah. The idea that those people can vote is like, fuck you. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
They shouldn't be able to do heroin yet. They shouldn't be able to drink. They definitely shouldn't be able to vote.
Absolutely.
But you can send them to war.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is just...
You can go to war on a waiver.
Yeah.
He'll be 17.
Well, that's what Andy did. He signed up when he was 17.
And
pre-9/11.
More power to him.
Yeah.
That's wild.
How old were you when you enlisted?
19.
Yeah, that's fucking young, man. What was your insane? What's really crazy is you're a fucking super talented artist. Let's show these people this. Trevor made this. This is, you say it's Red Cloud Sun?
Yeah, Jack Red Cloud.
Can you see that? Can people see that? It's fucking great, man. You're really talented. So you
Thanks,
went
man.
to school for art.
I did. So I went to the Chicago Art Institute for a year before I joined the Navy. And my entire family has a lot of art background. My mom studied at college. My dad does bronzes. And he actually does a sports cartoon for the LA Times.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So it's been something I've seen growing up. And I was playing music a lot and doing art and picked art because that was what I was most passionate about. That was, 2006? And about 3 months into college, I'm like, fuck this place. I want no part of this.
What was it?
I just didn't feel like I was doing anything with so much shit going on in 06.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like both my granddads served and great-granddad served, and we've had a lot of military history. So I think that subconsciously I felt a little bit of an impetus to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, maybe I should just give it a go. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do the hardest thing I can figure out. Thought about it. I'm like, yeah, Mom and Dad, so I'm dropping out of school. I'm going to go be a Navy SEAL. And I can only imagine the other side of that phone. Like, what the fuck is going on? How high is he? What is happening over there?
So you made a phone call from college?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Where were you going to school?
Chicago Art Institute.
And your family lives in?
LA.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, in Westlake.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd they handle it?
Pretty well.
Yeah?
Way quieter than I expected. I think they thought that I would just like wash it out of my system before I really did it. And so I think they were a little extra surprised when I told them like a week or so later that I put a leave of absence in. Like, yeah, I'm really not coming back to school. I'm just going to come home and train for this.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. My friend Cam Haynes, his son, is a Ranger now.
Oh, that's right.
He just recently deployed.
I'm hearing that.
And it's for him, it's really crazy struggle, in his head. It's like, for one, he's proud of his son.
Yeah.
And honored and there's that expression, if not my son, whose?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, wow. His son is deploying. He's going overseas, and he's involved in operations.
It's for real.
For real.
And like coming from a family that we have had a lot of family members have seen combat, like it's for real. And they got it. And I saw that, once I graduated, I could really see that. I could see how it was affecting them. And it's tough to see, but I really wanted to do that thing. And, you're just a kid. Like, yeah, I thought I understood what I was getting into and how that was going to affect my family. And you don't. I barely now get it. Like, I barely now see.
And how old are you now?
32.
Yeah. Could only imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only talking about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're talking about was the difference between the way the media depicts it and the way it is. Is there anybody that's got it right? Is there any movie that you watch and you go, that's pretty goddamn close?
I don't know. They're all close-ish, but a lot of them are very Hollywoodized. They have to be. I get it.
Right.
I understand. They're telling a story.
Right.
Unless they're doing a documentary, it's just a story. But like I can say that Saving Private Ryan was super close. Not obviously I wasn't for that, but my dad's dad said he had to step out of the theater when he went to go see that.
Whoa. Because
he could smell diesel. He remembered it. It was that strong of a memory for him. Yeah. So,
fuck. Was he at Normandy?
No, he did combat landings in the South Pacific with the Marine Corps.
That fucking opening scene when they're on the beach.
It's tough.
Fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
The idea that was the only way that they could handle that situation, that they had to do it that way.
Yeah.
And imagine being one of those guys that has to get off those boats.
That was their good, better, best scenario.
Yeah,
this is how this has to happen.
How many people died that day?
Thousands. I'm not positive on that, but it was thousands of people perished that day.
There was something that someone did to commemorate the anniversary of the event, and they did something that represented every body of everyone who died. And they did it like on the beach, like with a number. Here it goes. 425,000 Allied and German troops were killed, wounded, or went missing during the Battle of Normandy.
209 Allied casualties.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking insane.
That's fucking insane.
I mean, I remember my granddad he had told me these things before I joined about storming a beach in the South Pacific and everybody left, right, front, and back of him dying. Going up the sand.
God damn it.
But those are the kinds of things that it's tough to.
Yeah, that's
fucking insane.
That's the thing. It's they did it all over the sand, and it represents all the different people that died, and it's just everywhere you look. So that if you were a person who really had this abstract idea that this war went down there, that gives you a visual representation of what it must have looked like.
Yeah,
you can kind of almost get it in your head.
Like it makes it more visceral.
Yeah. Just look and see that many fucking bodies, and that was the best case scenario for these guys.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario.
That's why they did it that way.
Yep.
Right?
It's terrifying.
God damn.
And it's stuff like that, or like a month before I went to Afghanistan, it was about a month, is when Extortion 17 happened. I'm like, fuck, I'm going there to replace those guys. It makes it really, really, like, some things sound home really well and some things don't. And for me, that did.
What was your first deployment like?
So my first one was with a team out in Hawaii where we were doing submersible work. So I drove like a 22-foot mini sub for 5 years.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And we were doing some like waterborne activities. And
how deep does it go?
That's classified.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it can go really deep. Yeah, but it's a wet submarine. So we're on scuba. It's all like you're in the water, not just underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're wearing scuba gear while you're piloting this thing. So the water gets in there?
Yep.
Whoa.
It's like you can probably pull up a picture of it.
Bro, that's a mind fuck on top of a mind fuck.
SDV.
Just being in a scuba is crazy, but being in a scuba gear inside of a fucking submarine.
With the door shut.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So.
How much air you got in there?
Enough.
That's what it looks like?
There she is.
Oh, that's nuts, man.
That's the boat.
Oh, so it's like a convertible.
No. So behind those dudes, those doors are sliders. Oh. So you shut them, because it can drive relatively fast. Where like, if you had them open, like shit, it'd be like.
Bro, that looks like something from a fucking James Bond movie. That doesn't even look
real. It is like
real.
something from a fucking James Bond movie.
That's
like,
crazy.
When we train in the daytime, it is bananas. It is wild to drive that thing.
I can only imagine.
Because you're landing on the back of a submarine.
And it's 22 feet long.
Ish. I mean, that's what I recall.
Fucking A, that looks
can
cool.
see
It looks fake. Like if I saw that in the movie, I'd be like, they don't have one of those.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It does, doesn't it?
It's like a human torpedo.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like a fucking missile.
It is.
Fucking.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
So.
That is wild.
There's a ton of those things that other countries have. Like, they've been using submersibles since the First World War.
No.
You know,
when did they first invent submarines? Was that the First World War?
No. I think the Revolutionary War. There was a guy that like paddles ass around in a
I've seen
like a
I've read
barrel.
stories
It's like
of
an
weird
oak
shit,
barrel. Yeah, it's like crazy looking.
Wow.
It's like, I'm just gonna go.
Well, imagine the first gangster to fucking climb into a metal dick and slide it into the ocean. He's like, I got this.
Even the guys that went the deepest did it like in the 30s or 40s, and no one's been able to do that again.
What?
And they did it in
That's
some
right.
like weird.
Yeah.
Really?
And they had a window that was
sketchy
like
thing, yeah,
it was like 4 inches across.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh
And
my God,
I think it
that's so
cracked
crazy.
when they got to the bottom.
Oh,
like, they
no,
like,
really?
Oh shit.
Oh my God! You imagine what? Because nobody did it before, so it's all just calculations up
Yeah.
to the time you actually get down there.
And then you think like, back to your question, how much air do we got?
Oh my God!
I guess we have enough.
Oh my God! Yeah, that to me freaks me out about more than anything in the water is a submarine. The idea of being in one of them tubes and sliding around and not being able to see using sonar. Boop.
Well, and you think
boop.
like, what's in the water? There's some big ass animals in the water.
Big ass animals.
Big ass animals.
Yeah, all they have to do is bump you and create
I've
a little
seen-
stress fracture.
I've seen whales and sharks and dolphins and all sorts of crazy shit down there.
What kind of crazy shit?
Oh man, we were on the bottom once and we saw this like scorpion crab looking thing like walking around on the ground. It was like this tall.
Like, so you're making a like a Great Dane?
Yeah,
Really?
but like a crab
a crab-like Great Dane
underwater.
underwater.
It was ridiculous. I don't know what it was, but it was terrifying.
Is that an undocumented animal?
I'm sure it's documented. There's a bunch of those weird like spider crab looking things that walk around.
Fuck. Well, they don't know what everything is in the ocean.
They're
right?
constantly pulling up new shit.
Yeah.
Like, look at this thing. It's like the size of a car. Like,
Well, what's really weird is those really, really old ones at the bottom that people have. They only come up when they get like a tsunami washes them ashore. Have you ever seen those websites dedicated to
yeah.
like the stuff that was in the Thailand tsunami?
I go way down the rabbit hole on some of that crap.
Those things don't even look real.
Well, and they've pulled like, I think they recently got a whale that had a spear tip in it from like 200 years ago or 150 years ago. Like,
So it's a currently living whale?
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah,
So 150 years ago during the Moby Dick days, someone harpooned it
yeah.
and it lived.
I think that I have heard this recently. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, these animals are crazy. I mean, those Greenland sharks live to be like 300 or something.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's what isn't that what they think that's one of the theories about the Loch Ness monster, that it might be some sort of a landlocked Greenland shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just people are full of shit. I'm going with number 2.
I'm going with number 2. Like
Yeah.
how you feel about Sasquatch, that's how I feel about that shit. I'm like,
I've
there's
felt-
enough scary shit out there.
Yeah.
We don't need to make up a Loch Ness monster.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I just think that people see things in the water and then they exaggerate the size of them, and then the next thing you know, they're telling a story. There's probably some shit in there, like some eels
I'm sure.
or maybe a sturgeon or something like that.
Sturgeon are huge. They're the size of this desk.
They're so big. And if you saw one from a distance at night, you would assume that was a monster.
Or an alligator gar.
Alligator gar, yeah. Oh, here it is. Scroll down, please, so I can see the title.
Boom.
Whale survives harpoon attack 130 years ago to become the world's oldest mammal. Look at that harpoon, too.
Bowhead whale. I'm glad I wasn't full of
Wow. Embedded in his neck. Wow.
shit. Is that not insane?
It was caught off Alaska. So how'd they catch it? It says biologists claim the find helps prove the bowhead is the oldest living mammal on Earth. It says a 13-centimeter arrow shaped fragment dates back to around 1880. Wow. Meaning the 50-ton whale had been coasting around with this freezing Arctic waters since the Victorian times. That's nuts, man.
Wild.
And since they never took calves, they estimated that the bowhead was several years old when it was first shot, and about 130 when it died last month. Oh, so it died. God damn. And it probably died because they caught it.
I mean, they can't be good for it.
Yeah, it's just weird how many different things they used to do with the whales. They used to turn them into lamps.
Mhm.
They used to lamp oil and shit.
They used to eat them.
Yeah, they still do. In I think parts of the frozen north.
The Faroe Islands too.
Yeah. What does it say, Jamie? Fired from a heavy shoulder gun, the harpoon was attached to a small metal cylinder filled with explosives and fitted with a time fuse so it explodes seconds after it was shot into the whale. Jesus Christ, that's so dark. The weapons manufactured to a New England factory about 1880 and said it was rendered obsolete by a less bulky darting gun a few years later. So they'd shoot into it, and it said even though the device probably exploded, the bowhead was protected by a 1 foot thick layer of blubber and thick bones used to break through the ice, 1 foot thick to breathe out of the surface. Imagine that fucking thing can break through a foot thick of ice.
That's insane.
That's insane. I was ice fishing on 4 inches of ice. Just
yeah,
a couple of months ago.
You can drive a truck out on that stuff.
Yeah, and it's breaking through with its head. We're such bitches.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to whales.
And you got to think, they only invented that explosive arrow tip after a couple, Moby Dick misadventures.
Yeah. Oh, you got dragged under in those days.
Man. Yeah, row out there. Yeah, just like poke it. We got you.
Yeah, how did they kill it before they had big boats? They must have had to have a shit ton of boats and surround it and everybody throw one in there and just keep doing it.
I'll take none of that.
There's certain animals that you just feel real bad when they die, and whales are one of them.
Yeah.
It's like they're just too smart. They're too smart. They're too big, and they're too majestic. And how much do you need a lamp? Isn't there other ways to make a lamp?
Yeah.
Or lipstick?
Yeah.
They use them for like lipstick
Just
and
like
shit.
read in the daytime.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Well, apparently, shark's liver is something that a lot of makeup and moisturizers and stuff have in it.
No shit.
Yeah, they did this DNA test on certain makeups, and they found out that shark liver, for whatever reason, is like this excellent moisturizer.
How good do you think that makes vegetarians feel? Like, yeah, you're just wiping some shark liver all over your face.
No big deal.
It's fine.
Vegan makeup sucks, I'm sure.
I was looking for some of the animals from the tsunamis, and
Yeah.
I found an interesting
wild
story
shit.
I hadn't heard yet.
Ooh.
Which
Oh,
would
yeah?
be,
Sea creatures still arriving in the U.S. on plastic debris from the Japanese tsunami 8 years ago. Whoa.
Perfect.
Marine biologists don't know how long different species can survive adrift in the open ocean, and some may become invasive when they reach new shores. Wow.
they said something like 300 different kinds of animals have made it over to the shore.
That's like a
They've been finding them
Starbucks
in Oregon and
takeout
all kinds
cup.
of things.
Yeah. I think that's like one of those pictures they use all the time.
Yeah.
So the tsunami washed boats, plastic docks. Oh, I know that they in San Francisco they would find stuff that was like Japanese writing on it, like some stuff that had drifted across. But the fucking weird animals that they found at the bottom of the ocean, they're weird, heartless looking fucks.
Yeah, like half of them are blind and see-through.
Yeah, and they're luminescent, like they have color, light that comes out of their body. What is this one? Oh, Jesus.
Bioluminescent.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the word is, right?
Animals.
All the weird stuff they found.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So when you were under that thing, like, did you come in contact with any animals? Did anything bump the?
No, I think the
Sub?
closest we ever came was some dolphins were close, and then
Did they get curious?
They do,
They're so
and you can
weird.
hear them. You can hear them.
Oh, when you're under
The
there,
clicking.
right?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
and whales too. We were in Maui doing some training, and we heard some whales as they were migrating,
Yeah, I've seen them in Maui
they-
a bunch of
and they were
times.
close.
Yeah, we did a boat thing where you go out and try to find the
It's
whales.
fucking cool.
It's wild, man. You don't realize how big they are until you're right next to them.
Yeah, you're up next to it, and you're like, oh, that's a school bus
Yeah.
with a brain.
Yeah, and a smart school bus.
Yeah.
And then orcas, those are the freakiest. Those are just giant dolphins,
Yeah.
but they eat dolphins.
Yeah, I want no part of that either.
They're really nice to people, though. That's what's really interesting to me about orcas, is that in captivity is the only place that they've like documented that they've actually hurt people and
right.
killed people. In the ocean, they actually help people sometimes. Like people fall in the water, they like help them up onto the boat. Like I don't know why they would do that. Like why do they like us, but they fuck dolphins up?
Maybe they're so smart that the ones out there are like, don't take me. Don't take me. No, I'm just going to help you out. Like, pick another one.
Right. Maybe they're so smart that they're like, listen, these motherfuckers have guns, and they have planes, and they can shoot guns out of planes.
We don't have thumbs.
Yeah, let's just help them back on the boat.
Yeah.
Let's be their friend.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, this the fact that we're still here in 2020 and they have SeaWorld where they make those fucking things do tricks for fish.
Oh, man.
That shit is dark.
It's super dark.
It's dark. That might as well be slavery. It's like a different animal. I mean, a different kind of human.
I
or
feel
a
so
different
bad.
kind of intelligent creature that you're keeping in a fucking swimming pool.
I feel so bad for all of them in not just the aquariums, but like zoos too. It kills me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go somewhere and
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a polar bear. That's really cool. They painted the whole place like it's snow.
Yeah, meanwhile, it's fucking
65 degrees out. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Now, I understand they're doing a lot of good work in the back end, but
Yeah.
do we really need to put them on display like
I know, it's weird.
a gift shop?
I went to this Wolf Connection recently, which is like a wolf sanctuary out near Palmdale. And these people are doing great work. They're really nice people. They're taking care of these wolves. And it's mostly like people get wolves and try to keep them as pets, and they realize they can't control them.
The like
at
quarter
all.
wolf or eighth wolf type of animal.
Some of them, but most of them are like 7/8 wolf. Like,
Okay.
there's a lot of wolf in a lot of them. One of them was like all wolf.
Oh my God.
A couple of them were all wolf. But you feel bad when you're out there because you want those fucking things to be free.
Yeah.
Like you see them and you're like, I love the fact that you're taking care of them. I love the fact that you care.
But
I wish they were just out there running around.
like you don't belong in here.
Yeah.
You belong somewhere in Montana.
And they castrate them.
Oh God.
They fix them because they don't want them making babies.
Isn't it weird how we kind of whitewash that statement? Yeah, it's a fixed animal.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he
you
neutered?
fucked it up.
No, you cut his balls off.
Yeah.
Just say it. Say what you did. And everybody does that. And it's a weird thing, man. Like, I went to a vet once with my old dog, Johnny Cash. And when I brought him in, the vet goes, she touches his balls. She goes, why does he still have these? I go, because they make testosterone. And that's what keeps him healthy. Like, what are you talking about?
He was born with those.
I'm not
They're
gonna
there
let
for a
him-
reason.
I'm not going to let him fuck dogs in heat and make babies. He's with me all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
He's not going to disappear.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to fucking get out and make a bunch of babies. Like, this is a well cared for dog in a nice yard. Like, he's good. Trust me.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to get his balls chopped off. And my vet, that I had a vet who was a good friend and wound up dying in a drunk driving accident. Some fucking asshole slammed into him.
Oh God.
But he told me, he goes, it's not necessary. He goes, and it does affect the dog's energy level. It does affect the dog's hormonal growth. Like if you do it when a dog's really young, they never grow to full maturity. They sort of stay like a puppy for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had a dog like that we got. It was a rescue dog. Well, actually, it wasn't a rescue dog. We got him from a pet store. And he had been castrated really young.
Pet store, so you did rescue him.
Yes, I guess I did. Yeah. It wasn't my idea. My wife got him. But he was a bitch. He was just hated every other dog, hated, he'd growl at you, he'd growl at kids, and he just was always insecure because, like, he never grew up with testosterone. Like, when he was little, he was
Never
clipped.
gets a boner.
Yeah, I mean, when we got him, he was like 6 months old. He was already clipped.
And
Yeah.
it's really just us as humans being lazy as an animal owner.
Yeah. Right. Not,
Like, you don't want to control it. You don't want to train it.
let's just castrate it so it can't make babies.
This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah, and we make it that's the standard. Spay and neuter your pets, Bob Barker says.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to spay and neuter your pet. Like, with females, it's different because they will bleed all over your house and they go in heat, and it's a different animal.
I mean, I understand it, but still.
Yeah, but still.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's your choice to own that thing, right?
Yeah.
Or to partner with it, really.
Unless it's a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Because that motherfucker will spray all over your house. If you have a male cat, you better cut his balls off. I had a male cat that did it anyway. He was a wild cat. He was feral. And he would piss all over my fucking house, man. He would just lift his tail up and spray, like right in front of you. You're like, you little fuck. That's when I had to get him fixed. I had him get him fixed. It was like, I guess he was probably 6 or 7 months old when I finally had to get him fixed. And I could pet him, but I could only pet him if I moved towards him slowly. Like, we had a weird relationship, me and that cat.
I mean, it's basically a lion. It's only 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It would fuck you up.
Oh, dude, he
if it
tried to fuck
could.
me up. He was feral. I mean, it was really feral. Like, when I got him, he was a baby. And my friend actually found him. Her and her boyfriend were staying at this apartment, and below the apartment, there was like this opening and like a little crawl space area, and this cat had a bunch of kittens. So her and her boyfriend rescued these kittens, and then she started giving them away to people, and I'm a sucker. So I'm like, oh, I'll take one of these. And then I got it home, and it was like pissing at me, and I had to lock myself in a room with this cat for like 2 or 3 days. I just brought books. I put a litter box in there.
Oh, man.
I brought books, and I put a bed in there. And just me and this fucking cat in this guest room of my house.
We're gonna be
hung
friends.
out together for days.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. Like, I'd pet him, and he'd be like, he would purr so loud when I pet him. He was so happy. And then as soon as I let him go, he'd be like, hiss, try to fucking climb up the curtains. I'm like, oh my God, this is never going to work out. I was like, what have I got myself into?
What did I volunteer for?
And then my other cat was outside, and she was like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing in there with this cat? This is crazy, because I couldn't have her.
Home?
But once that helped, when I let her in after like a day or two, and she would come right up to me and start purring, and I'd pet her, and the cat was like, oh, okay, he's not eating her. Maybe he's not going to eat me either. But by the time he was getting older and developing, he was getting ready to breed, he just started spraying all over my house. So I had to capture him and bring him to the vet.
I'm sure that was entertaining.
Dude, it was a battle. I mean, a fucking battle. Just me and him locked down in this bathroom. And I wound up throwing a robe over him, wrapping him up in towels, and then stuffing him in a hamper, and then taping the top of the hamper.
Oh my
shut.
God.
And then bringing him to my friend Dr. Craig and go, bro, I got a fucking wild cat that I need you to spay. And he just looked at me like, what are you talking about? And it's like, wow. And that has balls removed.
Like, bro, this has to end.
Yeah, it's weird what we do with animals, man. But
It is.
but you can't really look, feral cats, wild cats in particular, outdoor cats, are responsible for billions of deaths. Billions.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the numbers? It's crazy.
Like small birds,
Small
mice.
birds and rodents. It's in the billions. I mean, and that's just in North America.
They don't call them mousers for nothing.
Yeah, it's a stunning number. Yeah, but you can learn from those little fuckers. Like you want good spot and stalk tactics.
Oh, man.
If you're a bow hunter,
Watch
the way a cat moves. Like the way they like have their front paw. They don't even put it down yet. Like not yet. He's looking. Slowly. And they have it from the jump.
Get lower.
Nobody has to teach them shit.
Lower.
I mean, from the jump, they have these instincts.
It's pretty fun. And that's a house cat.
Yeah.
A house cat.
Yeah.
It's not a mountain lion. It's not a tiger. That's a house cat.
Have you ever encountered a mountain lion? Didn't we talk about this?
We did.
Yeah.
We did talk about it. So I saw one when I was
Oh, that
young.
video is one of my favorite videos. Play that again, Jamie. This video is this fucking deer going to a drinking. Like, I'll just have a little drink of water here.
It's
And then
nighttime.
look at the eyes
I'm
behind him.
safe.
Here comes
Oh.
the eyes. That's a wrap, son. Boom. Like a fucking super athlete.
Dude, mouth first,
Yeah.
into the throat.
Yeah.
I got you, bitch.
And then the claws just grab a hold so they can get a good clamp down on the throat.
Dude, big cats are scary.
Dude, that's what I was telling you. Tejon Ranch, they have a camera trap over a water hole. And in that one pond, they found 16 different cats.
It's a lot
16 different
it's a lot of
big-ass
poundage.
predatory cats. Yeah, they're everywhere up
Eating
there.
a deer a day or whatever they do.
Yeah, probably one a week for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know? That's why California doesn't have any deer. California, this is the fact.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find deer out here. They should be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
If you think about the fact that no one's hunting them, like, where are all the deer? Coyotes and mountain lions.
Well,
That's where all the deer
and
are.
it's a trickle-down thing, right? Like, there used to be grizzly bears. There used to be a lot of other predators
Yeah.
that would push those things around because they keep those numbers down. Like, they're not
Right.
going to – cats aren't going to breed like that
With grizzlies around.
If there's grizz or
Yeah.
wolves that are also feeding on the same food source.
Yeah.
But there's none of that, so the cats are like, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's weird that people don't recognize that it's not good to keep them in high numbers around people.
Yeah.
You know, they wind up killing them, but they don't. It's all done under cover of darkness. It's all done by state, game
regulated.
wardens or regular. But then they don't sell the tags for that, so they don't make any money off of it.
Which they could.
Yeah, they
Go
could.
right back into conservation.
Well, it's the craziest thing to say. I've said it to people, and they're like, "There's no way." mountain lion supposedly is one of the best tasting meats you can eat.
I've heard
They say it's like a superior pork. And this is not just from one person. Greentree told me that. Adam Greentree told me that. Steve Ranella told me that. Fucking everybody tells me it. They say it's delicious.
I've heard.
Yeah, Ryan Callahan said he did like a slow cooked a mountain lion quarter on the Traeger. And he said it was spectacular.
What a cool thing to tell,
Yeah.
like, house guests.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have some slow cooked mountain lion.
Yeah. That's a weird one, though. You kill a mountain lion, you better not put that shit on social media.
Oh,
People
my God.
Get
You get
very
hammered
upset
for
with
that.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people already get upset about, like, pigs, and those are tearing up the entire
Bears are
the
a
entire
big
universe.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Bear, and also because they don't understand that you eat bear and that bear are delicious.
Yeah.
And that you have to kill them. It's like, that's an animal that you actually have to kill.
I have bears in my freezer.
Yeah, me too.
It's good.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. Yeah, it's and that was your first hunt, right? With Dudley?
It was, yeah. That was a hilarious phone call.
Well, you had only been doing archery for how long?
0. I had been doing archery for a grand total of no time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you learned on the fly.
So Andy gives me a ring, and he's like, hey, man, somebody dropped out of this hunt. Do you want to go? I'm like, yeah. No questions asked. Okay. And he goes, all right, here's some shit you got to do. It's like, you have to book a ticket to Kansas. I'm like, when? He goes, next Wednesday.
Whoa.
So essentially, I think it was like a week or two. I flew out to meet Dud and Andy, and Chad Mendez was out there.
Oh, cool.
They were doing a turkey hunt. And I was just there to like watch and observe and learn how to shoot the bow from Dud.
So you flew out, never shot a bow before,
Never touched one.
never touched a bow
Never
before. You
touched
fly out. John motherfucking Dudley
The Yoda.
is coaching you
Oh,
in
yeah.
Kansas.
Yep. In a barn.
Wow, in a barn.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, that guy's so selfless with his time.
I have told so many people I've never met somebody at that kind of station in life that gives away more of their time.
No, he's crazy.
It's incredible.
He's a real evangelist for archery.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you, John.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's like he's changed the way so many people approach archery too. Like
Oh, yeah.
from a technical standpoint.
He's changing the game.
Yeah.
100%.
It's such a this is another thing we were talking about last night too, that it's such a therapeutic thing for veterans.
Yeah.
It's so because
Yeah.
it's such an intense activity. And it's such there's such a deep learning curve. There's so much to get from it.
It's a forever sport.
Yeah.
You will never be perfect at archery.
Yeah, never.
And if you think you ever will be, just look at Dud's social media channels, and that fucker shoots every damn day.
Yeah.
And every day he's like, yeah, I could be better.
And you can always make a bad shot.
Absolutely. Everybody can screw up.
Yeah. Yeah. Archery's a weird thing, man. But the success that you do get from it, it's so like I've hunted with a rifle before, and it's very satisfying. Like it's great to eat that meat.
I have too.
It's great.
Yep.
I mean, it really is the best meat in the world, and any way you can get it is great. Through ethical means.
Yes.
But the difference between the way it feels when I'm cooking an elk steak that's from a bow hunt versus something that I shot with a rifle, it's not even comparable.
Yeah. It's something special because you're so close to those animals too. Like,
Yeah.
what's a bomber shot with a bow? 100 yards?
I've never even attempted something like that.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, that would be ridiculous.
That's an offhand shot with a rifle.
Barely.
Yeah.
You could probably do it with irons pretty reasonably if
Right.
you were a decent rifle shot.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could line the sight up.
People are shooting shit at 1,000 yards. Like,
Yeah.
it's something special when you close in on an animal and you can hear it eating,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You hear it breathing. You can hear your heartbeat in your ears.
And you see its ears twitch when
Yeah.
the bow gets drawn back.
And you're doing and you're like
Yeah.
doing okay, I'm trying to be calm.
So your first hunt, you go on an archery black bear hunt.
Yeah.
So you had 0 time. Dudley out. Does he fit you with a
about 4
bow?
weeks. Yeah. So he had me go to Bob's place, to Fromm's.
Okay.
So hats off to Bob Fromm at Performance for measuring me for the
That's
bow.
in San Diego.
And he knew that I was going in there to get measured for Dud. So I let him know ahead of time. So he took a lot of time out of the day to help me fit and feel, and like, this is what this is going to be like, and, more than happy to help. It was great. I show up, Dad opens up a case, and he's like, here it is. Arrow's built, bow's built.
Wow.
Oh my God. Super cool. Teaches me how to shoot, and then he's like, all right, dude, you got 4 weeks every day, and I'm going to need to see videos the first whole week.
That's such a crash course to go from just shooting a bow to 4 weeks later, you're doing a fair chase wild bear hunt.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And you know what? 100% it was Dud's doing, but I hit both of those bears right in the Boilermaker.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the video of it. And when you were eating those bears, how weird did that feel?
It was incredible. So I didn't grow up in a family that hunted, not out of moral or ethical. We just, I grew up in L.A. So what am I going to hunt? House cats?
Right.
There's not a lot out
Pigeons.
here. Yeah, pigeons. So it felt really cool. And for me, I immediately fell in love with the entire process, the amount of practice it takes, how difficult it is, what it's like to share that meat with other people.
That's a big one, right?
I've been giving away so much meat, and I'm more than happy to. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I do too. I try to explain that to people. Like, some of my best enjoyable moments when I get like a text message from someone like my friend Michael Yo.
Yeah.
I gave him a bunch of meat, and he's like, "Dude, this is fucking delicious." Or my friend Tom Papa will send me photos of these like elk roasts that he cooks.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So to be able to do that feeling is so hard to describe to somebody with something that start to finish, you're responsible for the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, being a provider, it's a very underappreciated thing. Like, being able to provide for people and give them something that's like, it's very intimate. When you give someone like a package of meat from something that you shot yourself, like, hey, this is coming to you from Montana. Like, cook it up well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Send me pictures.
It feels so cool to do it.
Yeah.
But that's not why. I'm just happy that they look at me like, this tastes so good. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
You should do it too.
It's something cool about cooking for people too, if you could do that.
I love doing that.
I do too. It's like cooking for people. Like, you need to cook a meal. Like, I do a lot of the cooking in my house. Most of it, I think, probably my wife would agree. But cooking for like a group of friends and like laying out, especially if it's like cooking something that you've killed yourself, it's amazing.
Yep. I've done it a ton of times.
You went carnivore for a while, right? You did that carnivore diet thing?
About 2 years ago.
How long did you do it for? So you were an early adopter.
Almost 9 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When did you, what made you bail out of it? Variety?
Not really variety. So I started doing some, what is essentially middle-ish longer distances, like marathon length.
Mm-hmm.
And I was starting to come back into doing strength stuff, like a lot of deadlifting and some power activities.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't feeling all there. Like, I felt like I could get almost to fifth gear, but it just wasn't in it.
Right. Like, you needed carbs.
Yeah, like a little. And I'm talking like
apples or something.
Yeah. So I essentially started putting a little bit of carbs in, and I still only eat like maybe 100 grams of carbs a day, which is on the bottom end of very little.
And what kind of carbs are you taking in for the most part?
So when I'm at home eating how I want to eat, it's mostly white rice.
Because it's easy to digest.
Super easy to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like whatever's in the vegetables that I'm eating, which are mostly root vegetables.
Yeah. Do you know who Zach Bitter is?
I do.
Yeah. So Zach, who holds the world record for the fastest 24-hour run, is he's mostly meat-based.
Yep.
It's mostly what he eats. It's really interesting because he freaks the plant-based people out. They get so upset. They're like, how? What?
He's eating their portion too. Like, you don't want to eat it? I'll eat it.
It's like, you're supposed to be getting all these diseases, and
you're supposed to be dead.
You're supposed to be sick. It's such a dumb idea that meat is what's causing all these people to be sick. Meanwhile, 97% of people eat meat, like, or some 95.
And the healthiest genetic populations are mostly animal protein based.
Well, there's a few that are not. There's a few of these blue zones, like in I think it's Yorba Linda. There's is the Seventh Day Adventists that live out there that only eat vegetables.
That sounds right. I think that's where the vegan vegetarian crossover started happening, right?
The thing about those people though is they're also like really active and fit, and they don't drink. You know, their whole lifestyle is very healthy. So it's not just that there's
a lot of credence to that too.
Oh yeah, man. I had this guy Aubrey DeGray on, and he's a biologist that's working on life extension. And one of the things that we talked about where it's sort of underappreciated is community, friendship, and a lack of stress. And people that even when they encounter stress, they don't give a fuck. Like that there's a real benefit to not giving a fuck.
And I think you habituate it too, right? Like you create these habits of, oh, that stresses me out. Ah, fuck that guy.
Right.
Oh man. And you're just piling it up on, the shelves in your head as opposed to like, I'm relatively even keel about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it took a long time for me to have the, whatever, that doesn't affect me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a learned skill.
Fuck yeah. You got to practice it too.
Yeah. You have to be on top of it all the time. Yeah, you really do. I mean, I would imagine dealing with anti-war people has got to be one of the more difficult things to leave alone. Like people that, I mean, I don't know if you've encountered rude people that insult you for your service or that kind of shit.
I haven't had that specifically.
Online?
Not really.
Really? That's amazing.
Maybe it's just because I actively try and avoid that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's just no benefit there.
Right.
Like that person isn't trying to have a discussion. They're trying to tell me how it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And they're trying to rile you up.
Damn right.
Yeah.
And that's going to make them feel good to rile me up.
Yeah.
I'm already riled up. Like I don't need that. That's fine.
I've seen people go at it with people online. Like I've seen Dakota Meyer. I've seen him go at it with people online, and I just want to tell him, like, bro, just get out of there.
Well, everybody's brave online. You know?
Yes.
Like it's so easy to tell somebody, like, hey, you're a pussy when you're not 3 feet from
You're
them.
talking to a guy who killed somebody with a rock.
Yeah.
You know.
Precisely.
Yeah. Just shut the fuck up. Just seriously. You have no idea what you're talking about. Call that guy a pussy is one of the dumbest things a person could say on this earth in your life. He's such an interesting guy, and one of the things that we talked about was that I do my best to try to get guys on that are veterans that have these stories, just to try to gives people just at least another little piece to the puzzle, this never-ending puzzle of what these people are experiencing, what people like you and him and all these different people, Andy and Jocko and everybody else that I've had on that's served.
And I was saying last night, I'm like, I appreciate it. Like, it's a thank you from all of us for letting those stories get out and having the kind of open discussion that it allows, right?
It's the least I can do.
It's a fucking great format for it.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets talked about enough. I don't think these stories get out. And I mean, Jocko obviously has them on his podcast quite a bit, where he discusses different operations and different things that went down and what it's like and loss and and Andy does as well. And there's a shit ton of podcasts now from veterans, which is nice. But it's just one of those. It's a necessary part of our culture and our society in order to keep us safe. And for whatever reason, it doesn't get respected the way it should.
And it's been part of human history since, we could throw rocks at each other. Yeah.
And one of the things that drives me crazy more than anything was we were doing this benefit when the UFC did we've done a bunch of Fight for the Troops events on bases. Yeah. And we did it for the Intrepid Center for Excellence that treats people with traumatic brain injury, and we were raising money for them. And it was so hard for me during the broadcast to not just start swearing and screaming, like, how the fuck are we not raising the money?
Yeah. How is this not a thing?
Yeah, how is this a thing you have to ask for money from people to donate?
Yeah.
Like, why? I want to find out where the budget is more important than taking care of the veterans when they come home. What's more important? Who's getting all that money? Like, where's that money going to? Where's it being allocated and wasted where it's not being spent on these guys coming back home dealing with traumatic injuries from serving their country?
And it's not as if there's a ton of us.
Right.
There fucking aren't. Like, there's not that many guys.
Right. Overall,
grand scheme,
to the regular population.
Compared to the 350 plus million people in the United States?
Is it that many now? We've been trying to figure it out. What's the current population? Is it 350? I feel like it was 320 just like a couple of years ago.
Census gets done this year, so
they're not counting Mexicans.
So
They have no idea.
It's a semi-census.
Someone's
It's
out
a
there doing it.
semi-census. There's no idea. And this is my Mexican
Does this one get an
friends.
asterisk like
Yes.
in the like in baseball?
My Mexican friends out there, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm with you. Sneak in. Do what you got to do. Don't get me wrong.
Live your life.
But the reality is there's a lot more of you motherfuckers here. There's a lot more of you motherfuckers here than they're going to count, especially illegals. They're just guessing.
Yeah.
How
But,
many illegal Mexicans are here?
They got to be guessing.
They're guessing. The Mexicans probably look at the number like
12.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Oh yeah, that's it. 8 million in the whole country. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it might be a little less.
There's 20 million people in the greater Los Angeles area, and there's probably another 8 million Mexicans. Like, I mean, Mexican citizens that are here illegally.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably more. There's a lot.
I mean, you're guessing. I'm guessing.
I'm just
They're
guessing. I'm just guessing. And again, don't get testy if you're Mexican. I'm not. This is no disrespect. I would fucking sneak over here. Tell you that right now. If I was living in Guadalajara,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah,
Dude, fuck some
through
of that
the
stuff that's
tunnel,
going on.
over the
I
hill.
get it.
Rather be a landscaper. I'll fucking drink beer at 8 o'clock. Fine. I'm good. Day's
Yep.
over. Kick back, relax. No, I'm not being shot at by the cartel. Yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Scariest thing I got to deal with is like filling my truck up. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. I mean, I know quite a few people that have made it over here
Yeah.
through hook or by crook. It's got to be weird to be in Mexico and just look over there. You're like, damn, over there I can do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, I'm on this side of the river. I got to hang out. This is so crazy.
Damn it.
It's weird when there's like a fucking just a spot, and if you get to that other spot, things are better.
Dude, and some of it's really crazy. Like, I recently watched a movie called Queen of the Desert.
What is that?
Which is about a woman early 1900s. She was in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Iraq. Ended up being friends with Lawrence of Arabia, and she essentially helped carve out what is now Iraq, Syria, Lebanon. Just like, you got to think, after World War One, they picked up a map of the Middle East and they're like, Iraq. Yeah, okay.
They just made lines on a map.
Yeah. Now they tried to like put some of the people groups that were all like, oh yeah, here's where the Sauds are. Here's, they tried to put all the people groups in the right spot, but a lot of those nations they kind of created at the end of that conflict.
Where's the weirdest place that here it is right there, Queen of the Desert. Nicole Kidman,
Werner
James
Herzog.
Franco, Robert Pattinson. Oh,
Werner
Werner Herzog movie.
Yeah. Came out a couple years ago.
He's the director of my all-time favorite comedy, Grizzly Man. It's an accidental comedy. Have you seen that movie?
No.
You haven't seen Grizzly Man?
I don't think so.
Dude, it's
Unless I can't recall.
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Is it?
It's fucking great. It's about Timothy Treadwell.
Oh, I
this
know
guy
I know who it is.
He's like, I'm out here saving these bears. Like, bitch, you ain't saving shit. That's a 1,800-pound enormous wild dog. You're not saving that thing.
He's going to eat you.
He's going to eventually eat you. And it was suicide by bear.
Yep.
That guy was so weird. That movie is really funny, man. It's really funny.
I'll have to pull it up. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, dude, spark a joint up and watch that movie. You'll be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That thing's looking at him right now like, look at this snack.
It just doesn't know that it could eat him. That's all it is.
It's just figuring it out.
Yeah, it just doesn't know what it is.
Now, how weird is that? I'm sure you've seen it. Bears in places that have probably not seen humans.
Yeah.
Like the younger ones that look at you like,
Yeah.
what is that weird thing over there?
Well, you said that you ran into one, right?
We ran into a jet black grizzly bear.
That's so weird. There's black ones.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen a black one. Pull a picture of a jet black grizzly bear.
They're a thing.
Oh yeah, they're really light blonde sometimes too.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying looking.
I can imagine. It's like a werewolf.
Yeah,
Bigger than a werewolf.
easily.
They're so big, man. Grizzlies are so big.
It's bigger than a horse.
I was telling you that I only saw one once in the wild that looked at me, and it was a small one. It was only like a 6-foot bear.
Yeah.
But the way that motherfucker looked at me, just looked at me like just thinking, do I bust a move? Am I eating this guy? It was just hungry and trying to figure out what it's going to eat.
Just looking through your soul.
It just lets you know. Like when you lock eyes with that, like right away, it lets you know. Like, okay, this is what it's like to be a deer.
I'm part of the food system.
Yeah. Like that, all that thing is doing is looking for someone slipping.
Yeah.
Who's slipping out here? Who's slipping? Is that deer limping? What's that deer about to give birth to a calf?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Let me get close to that fawn. Let me pull that moose calf out. I mean,
They're terrifying.
bears up there eat 50% of all the calves and fawns.
That's insane.
Yeah, 50%. So if a deer has 2 babies,
Yeah.
a bear eats 1. And then,
Oh my God.
yeah, crazy.
And they eat black bears.
Yes, they
They
each
eat other bears.
Yeah. I was telling you that my friend Jonathan up there, my friend John and Jen, the Rivets, they have this place up in Alberta, and their son, Jonathan, was there when a male bear, killed a cub, and then the mother, chased him off the dead cub after he killed it, and then she ate it. She ate her own cub.
I mean,
Just meat at that
I'm a
point.
little hungry, so.
But no hesitation. She just ate it.
Dude, they're terrifying. They're terrifying.
But that's a weird animal that people associate with cuddliness and warmness. And this is my little teddy bear.
Dude.
Like, how could you kill a bear?
And they are fucking tough and terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I shot a big boar this last spring, and when we got up to that thing, he had scars all over his face and bruises when we skinned him. I'm like, dude, this fucker was he just fought another bear.
Yeah, they went to war.
Yeah. Like a war. They're terrifying.
Did you find a photo of a black grizzly bear?
It's very hard for Google to understand what I'm looking for. It just wants to give me black bear over and over again.
Yeah.
American black
okay.
bear looks like a grizzly bear, but
Okay.
I mean, I'll show you what I'm finding.
But they do maybe color phase grizzly bear.
It's just a black bear. So.
Yeah. Did you see that black bear that they shot in New Jersey that was 700 pounds last week?
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. 700 pounds. Yeah. The world record, it might not have been last week, but the last week it was in the stories they were talking about this guy.
insane.
They've established that it's a world record black bear taken with a bow in New Jersey. New Jersey apparently has the highest population of black bears in the entire country, in the entire North America.
Well, there's nothing to jack with them.
Yeah, well, it's not that. It is definitely that, but it's also like they're so silly with hunting there. They're weird with their restrictions, and they've now changed it. The governor stepped in. I'm going to stop the bear hunt. Well, that's good. Let them breed, you fucking idiot.
We need more of those.
Yeah, let them breed everywhere, you dummy.
That's what we need is like a 700-pound raccoon.
Look at the pumpkin head on that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
700 pounds. He shot it with a bow.
Dude.
There's photos of him, Jamie, where it's him standing next to the thing.
That's a big
While it's on
bear.
the ground. It's enormous. Bear.
That's
It's
a big
the
bear.
biggest black bear ever. It's the biggest black bear anybody's ever shot with a bow.
Good for you, dude.
That's a crazy place, New Jersey, because it's really close to New York, but it's also like really rural. A lot of New Jersey is like forest and woods.
A lot of the Northeast is.
A kid got killed a couple years back at Rutgers by a bear. Him and his buddies went.
How scary would that be?
Yeah, I know you're in college.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna go with my friends. We're gonna go for a little hike. I love nature.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, the size of that fucking thing.
Holy shit.
I mean, literally, it's like a grizzly.
The mitt on that thing.
Yeah, 700 pounds is so large. I've seen one that's 500.
That boar that I shot, we think was somewhere in the mid-low threes. And he was huge.
There it is. There's a photo of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like a grizzly.
Yeah.
That's so big, man.
What are like the main differences? Like the face size and
Yeah,
Face size and shape.
the way they behave.
Grizz has like a big hump on their shoulders, and they're pissed off at the universe.
Yeah,
Like,
when you
always.
when you see them, apparently, and like I said, I've only seen one live in the woods, and it was about 6 feet, so it wasn't that big. It was probably a baby, really, probably only a couple years old. But my friend John says that what happens is like the black bears come in real slow and gentle, and they're looking around and they want to make sure that there's no grizzlies around. The grizzlies come in, they just start knocking shit down and they make all the noise in the fucking world. They don't give a shit.
That bear that we saw that was tracking us while we were tracking that black bear did exactly that. The second I looked over, because he like made a tiny bit, the tiniest bit of noise. And we were, tracking this other bear, so we're listening real close. And I hear this thing, and I look over, and it does exactly that. Sees we see it, stomps on the ground, and just starts knocking shit over and pounds off, making a shit ton of noise.
Dude, how big was it?
It wasn't big. Probably like, 6, 7. Like, it was not a huge...
But it's
Grizz.
the thing about
It's a
it
grizzly
is the
bear.
attitude.
Dude, the thing was pissed off we saw it. It was just pissed we saw it.
Yeah, they don't eat. They don't eat if they don't get aggressive. Like they have to.
He's got to be the king.
And also, he's probably trying to eat your bear, right?
Oh, he did.
He did eat it.
Oh yeah,
he
for
left
sure.
it.
Yeah, we left it. We abandoned the search because
It's not worth
the guy. More power to him. Like Ashley, I've hunted with him now a couple times. He's like, yeah, I think that he got that bear. And we went back and told Dud, and he's like, do you really think you got it real good? And that's when we ended up seeing the bear. It was when we went back the second time to, and he's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah, this isn't worth it. You have your 7mm with 4 rounds, and I have my bow.
Yeah.
Let's not play this game in a bunch of deadfall with a grizzly bear.
Yeah, make sure you definitely kill it.
How fast are you, dog?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I saw a video once of a bear charging this guy.
Yeah.
And he literally shoots it at the tip of the rifle.
Oh, my God.
The head is where you are, and he shoots it like this. Boom! And it brains it, and it goes face plants and slides in towards him. But
So I asked Ashley, I'm like, what are we going to do if we run into this thing? And he goes, well, it'll probably bluff charge us, and then it'll really charge us maybe.
Oh, my
I'm like,
God.
so well, when do we shoot it? And he goes, well, if the ears are pinned back, that means it's for real. Don't miss. I'm like, oh, my fucking Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but as part of the whole like hunting experience and, you know, providing the meat and doing the whole thing, it's part of the thing.
Yeah.
It's damn terrifying, but it's part of the process where you're like, no, we really are just, you know, walking jelly donuts that are out here hunting other things.
Yeah. Yeah, we're walking water balloons.
I just have sharp sticks. Like,
Yeah.
real cool.
Especially when you see a grizzly bear.
Oh, God.
It's just, it's with the cool thing about it is, I mean, you definitely don't want them to not be there. Same with wolves, same with mountain lions. It's hard for people to understand. Like, the cool thing is, there's part of it being in that country.
Yeah.
That's part of what's exciting about it.
Absolutely.
When you're in Montana, part of what's exciting is you might run into a grizzly bear.
It's-
You might see a wolf.
I don't know, you know, it's like woo-woo to say it, but it does feel like your genetics are lit off.
Yes.
You know, when you
yes.
see that stuff, or like I was mushing dogs with a buddy of mine up in Alaska last month, and
Oh, normal shit. Just
we
mushing
heard,
dogs.
Yeah, he's wild. He and I were in Buzz together, so
So he has like a real sled and
for
a team?
real. Yeah, he races.
Wow. Whoa.
He's a cool dude.
Wow.
Jeff at Frozen Trident.
Wow, that's crazy.
We've heard dogs out while mushing. Wolves
Really?
howling, and it lights off your genetics. Like you're out there mushing dogs in the snow, and you hear these howls, and you're like, okay.
I've heard wolves in B.C.
It's wild,
I've
right?
heard them in the distance. Never heard them up close, but in the distance, you're.
Yeah.
It's a weird sound. I want to hear it real loud. You know, I'd love to hear it real loud up close.
Yeah.
They're all amazing. Grizzly bears,
yeah.
mountain lions,
All
wolves.
those apex predators.
Yeah. So your first one was in B.C. Your
Mhm.
first hunt was in B.C. with Dudley.
Yeah.
How far was the shot?
22 yards.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good to keep it tight.
Yeah. I mean, it took us a couple days, and then I stocked up on one. I actually ended up taking the shot from my knees because there was like a gap in the bush that the bear was on the other side of. Yeah. Bear did not know I was there.
Did you guys cook the bear that night?
I think we might have had some that night. I think we had some like fajitas or something that night.
Oh, wow.
Bear fajita.
Yeah, Dudley shot, I don't know if that was the same year, but he told me that they shot some bears that were eating onions. And
That was that year.
Was it? And so
Yeah.
then he cooked it with wild onions.
We went up and picked a crap ton of onions.
Why are there onions up there?
I don't know. It's a whole hill covered in like wild onions. They're like this size.
I think there was something that he was saying that someone actually planted them there at one point in time, then they became wild.
Huh. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Like a homesteader.
So what the experience of you going up there and doing a spot and stalk, which is one of the hardest kind of hunts to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like and while you were doing this, you're like, what the fuck is happening? Like 4 weeks ago, I never even had a bow. Now here I am
With a
in the woods.
with a couple 100-pound predatory animal
Yeah.
on the other end of a sharp stick. Yeah. It was super intense. And I loved every second of it. Like it was lighting off all the pieces of shit that I felt that was going on when I was a team guy. And it was lighting off things that I didn't think were getting lit off in my brain, you know, like way deep down, the consequences and the experience, all of it. You know, you can hear your heartbeat It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And for a bear to be the first thing I'm taking with a bow, I'm like, I cannot jack this up.
Yeah.
There is no missing here. Like,
There's some severe consequences.
yeah. Let alone, I would feel like dog shit if I
Right.
wounded this thing, because I chose to practice as much as I did, which was a shit ton, and still screw it up.
Right.
You
right.
know, I was elated when I hammered that thing, and Ashley's like, "All right, man, let's wait a little bit and like make sure it expires."
Did you hear the death moan?
No,
No.
because we went into the bush like 15, 20 minutes after to let it expire. And he's like, "All right, yeah, let's go track this thing." And he pushes through the bushes. He's like, "Never mind, it's right there."
Oh,
'Cause
it died quick.
I went right through the heart, like double lung and heart. So it didn't even, there was nothing there.
Oh, wow.
It made a when I shot it because it was exhaling already.
Oh.
So there was nothing for it to moan.
The death moan's weird.
I heard the boar this year do it.
It's weird.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It makes you realize how real it is.
Yeah.
Because it's that predators have a different response to being hit than a prey animal does.
Yeah, they don't run off
Yeah.
trying to freak out.
Right. They're not trying to get away.
No.
They're trying to attack whatever bit them.
Trying to maneuver.
Yeah.
They're maneuvering on you.
Yeah, they're rolling and trying to get to the arrow, trying to figure out what's happening, and then they're like fighting it off as they die.
Yeah.
When you first ate it, so you shoot it, and then there you are eating it. Did you guys eat it in camp?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're at bear camp.
Were you like, holy shit, what am I doing here? This is wild.
Pretty much. And then knowing that I still have another bear tag.
Yeah, well, they have to shoot as many as they can up there, right?
It's out of control. There's so many bears.
Yeah, BC's crazy like that. And then they outlawed the Grizzly season
Yep.
for some strange reason. Yeah. The people that I know that live up there, like my friend Mike Hawkridge, he lives up there. It's like, he'll tell you, like, there are so many grizzlies up there. It's scary. And the fact that they can't hunt them now, it's like, these people in the city that have no idea what it's like. They've never been to the bush.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
They think big, brown, cuddly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, these are amazing, majestic animals. Yeah, that eat their own babies. They're that.
And anything else inside. It's a garbage disposal. With
They're
claws and
cleanup
teeth.
crew.
Yeah.
The cleanup crew. So that was your first hunt.
Yep.
So how hooked were you? Hunt all
Instant,
in?
immediate, like beyond immediately hooked.
And how many hunts are you planning a year now?
As many as I can reasonably think that I can eat the meat and do.
Dude, you shot one of the biggest moose I've ever seen in my life. And the fact you did that, like, what, a year and a half into bow hunting?
Yeah. I ended up shooting that moose with a rifle.
Oh, did you?
We were bow hunting, and so the story ends up being kind of neat because of the size of that damn thing. It's the only reason it had to be with a rifle.
Because it was so big?
So we called him in and called him in and called him in for like 40 minutes. And the guide, Ashley, again, he's like, you know, hey, can you hear it? Can you hear it? And moose make the fucking weirdest noise. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can hear that. And we got to the edge of a little lake. It was about 200 yards wide, but it was like a quarter-mile long with a bog all the way around the whole thing. We get down to this lake. He's calling. He's doing like the horny female.
Mm-hmm.
And this fucker comes out of the bush like 300 or 400 yards away from us on the other side of the lake. Ashley's got his binos up and he goes, Jesus Christ, that's the biggest moose I've ever seen. I'm like, oh, thanks. Okay, yeah. And I see him and he gets to the edge of the lake and we called him for like a half an hour. And he just kept waving his antlers at us. Doing the, yeah, bitch, come over here.
Right.
Ah, bitch, come over here.
Also, he's probably met a person or two by then. You know,
At that
his
size?
age.
Yeah, he was huge. And they think he was about 10. So he kept doing that, and I'm like, dude, I really want to get him with a bow. Can we please try and get him to swim across? Because there's no way we're going to be able to get around
Right.
for him and me to get a shot. Just wasn't going to happen in that bog. And we never would have seen that guy again. It had already been 3.5 days of hunting. Had only seen one animal. And he's like, hey, man, you can use the rifle if you want to do it. And credit to the amount of training that we go through. I grabbed that thing and I'm like, all right, dude, well, if that moose hops in the water, I'm handing you this damn rifle and I'm going to shoot it with a bow. But if he turns broadside and tries to walk around the lake, it's going to take till nighttime, which it was getting towards twilight. I'm going to hammer him. And that thing turned broadside to walk around the lake and I hammered him.
Yeah, that's the move. You have to.
I really wanted the meat. Like,
yeah.
He could have had no paddle. Like, he could have had the tiniest little paddles. Wouldn't have cared. It was just bonus. And everybody there was like, I can't believe you've only been hunting for a year, you asshole.
It's pretty crazy. Let me go to Thompson. What is it? Thompson _ Parasports?
I changed. I was Trevor.P.Thompson.
Oh, when did you change it?
Recently. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to flatten this out.
And then does all the old followers follow with you?
Yep.
How'd you do that? How do you do that?
Just change the name. You can just
Really?
edit your name. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just have to find out if it's available? Is that what it is? And then you keep all the same?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah.
I didn't know that. So you have a photo of that thing up there, right?
I believe I do.
Dudley definitely has it.
Dudley definitely
He's got this beautiful grid set up on his Instagram, so these aren't really individual photos.
What's that?
He's got this cool grid
Oh,
thing.
you're doing that crazy thing.
Am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, how do you do that?
Just got to upload
There's
multiple.
an app. Yeah.
Oh, there's an app that does that?
Yeah, you got to upload 3 every time now, though.
Oh.
So you got to keep
Yeah,
it.
it gets a little silly.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
But yeah, it looks really good.
So if you scroll down, Jamie,
Yep.
the one of me cutting up that moose meat, like the tomahawk steaks, you see that?
Dude, you have like an artist's Instagram page. This is not like a...
Okay, done here.
Keep
you have
going.
Regulars.
Yep.
Right over here. Oh.
Keep going just a little bit. Right there.
There you
So
go.
hit that one and then scroll over. And there he is.
Wow. That thing is so big.
Yeah.
How much do you think that thing weighed?
So they guessed he was like 1,500.
1,500
Because I butchered the whole thing. And I pulled about 500 pounds of meat off of him.
God damn.
Yeah.
You guys must have ate that the entire time you were there.
We killed what, 3 moose? 4 moose?
Wow.
So we had a lot of moose in camp.
Fucking delicious though, right?
Oh my God. It's
so
incredible.
delicious. The most incredible meat. Jamie, go back to the photo grid and scroll back up. Hold on, stop. Scroll down again. What did I want to see? Keep going.
Yeah, that's the start of it there.
All right, we'll go back up then. There was something that God damn it, I don't remember. I wanted to ask you a question about something. No, forget it. It's too hard. When someone's scrolling, you're like, stop. Go
Oh
there.
shit! No, back up.
Yeah, I forget what it was. So when you guys were there, like how deep in the woods were you?
Miles and miles from the nearest real road.
Did you guys get in with rangers or did you?
Yeah.
you hike in?
What are they called? Sidekicks.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how'd you get all the meat out on those things?
Oh man, that was an adventure. So we get around the lake, which totally solidified me being happy about shooting him with a rifle, because it took us almost an hour to get around the lake to where he was dead, and that was us just hoofing it like hard, not worried about anything that's out there. And we got him gutted, and then we ended up leaving him overnight because it was about to be dark, and it was cold out, real cold. Came back the next day, cut him in half, went and got a canoe, canoed each half across the lake individually.
Wow.
And then drug him up the hill with the help of a ATV and Dudley and Dusty and Ashley. It was like a 14-hour day of recovering that moose and John's moose.
Jesus Christ.
It was insane.
They're such big animals.
It's hard to understand how big they are until you get one quartered and it's still 150 to 200 pounds.
Yeah, when you see it on the ground, that's when
Yeah.
you realize, like, whoa.
Dude, I could crawl inside the thing like a tauntaun.
And did you get a commercial freezer so you could keep all
I got
that
a
stuff?
14 cubic footer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big ass one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just filled them up.
Amazing.
So that's mostly what you eat, just moose right now?
Moose, elk, whitetail, javelina. I have all sorts of stuff in there.
Do you feel different when you eat that kind of food?
Absolutely. I've never felt better in my life.
Yeah, there's something to
100%.
that, right? It's not just psychological, is
No,
it?
it's not just voodoo.
No.
I mean, if it's the you are what you eat type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
that is an athlete that is the product of other athletes that have survived being eaten, killed, and destroyed by weather, and you get to kill it and eat it, and it's so fresh. And if you're choosing to eat really well, along with it, like white rice and root vegetables or however you're doing it, man, do you feel good eating that? It's an athlete. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's how I always refer to it. I say it's like eating a giant LeBron James,
Yeah.
like a super athlete.
Yeah,
like
it is a super athlete.
Yeah, like if an animal was a predator of human beings looking for the best human beings to eat, it would probably want to eat like giant NFL players or a UFC fighter, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd want to eat Brock Lesnar. Like, look at that fucking
Hell yeah.
delicious. It looks delicious. Look at him. Look at his neck.
Maybe that's why that grizzly bear was looking at you so hard.
Probably.
It's like, ooh, you look good.
Get a snack out of that motherfucker. Yeah, it's hard to describe to people. It's hard to describe to people what it feels like to just dip your foot into the food chain for a little bit and come back with something, and then you think about it all the time. Like Andy said it best. He's like, it's like I have a pin in every September. There's a pin on September. Like, get ready for September because here it comes. And when that month comes around, for us, the big one's elk hunting. And when that comes around, and you're in the mountains. It's hard to contain your excitement. You're like, holy shit, it's happening again.
Yeah.
There's all these different emotions. Like, make sure you do it right. Make sure you play the wind right. Make sure you don't get busted.
Doing all your gear checks.
Yeah. Make sure your arrows are shooting well. Make sure you're thinking about your release perfectly. You're doing it all, and you're using a silverback, right?
I am. That's the only thing I've ever hunted with.
They're great,
dude.
Yeah,
they're legit.
Yeah, I shot everything over the last 2 years. I've shot with a silverback. Yeah.
No reason not to, right?
Well, it's just the best way. It eliminates a whole idea of like not punching the trigger and not thinking about it.
Yep.
You don't have to think about it. It doesn't exist. Just pull.
You just go through your sequence,
Yep.
like we were talking about last night. You just do your steps, say your mantra.
Do you have a mantra that you say when you draw back your bow?
Not really, but I do walk myself through the steps how I've described them to myself after Dud's described them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, okay, the hands at the stop sign, get a nice relaxed arm, a little slight bend in the elbow, you know, lock your shoulder down, okay, pull back, pull the tension, feel the tension, there's a wall,
Mm-hmm.
let it center, let it flow, pull, boom.
Right.
Yeah.
I was telling you about this guy, Joel Turner, who does this. It's I think his website, he changed it. It used to be Iron Mind Hunting, and now it's like Shot IQ. And he's a guy who trained people. He trained SWAT team members, and a big part of being able to keep your shit together when things get Western is that you have to be able to keep your system in a conscious state.
Yep.
Don't let instincts happen and everything just go wild. You want to. I always forget this. Is it open loop or closed loop? I think a closed loop is when you're thinking about it and you have control over it, versus an open loop is when it's like swinging a baseball bat. Does that make sense?
Sounds right.
I want to make sure that I'm right. See if you can Google that.
But they teach us the same stuff in the teams. Shooting,
Yeah,
like shooting.
that's what I was
And
gonna ask
I've
you.
taught combat shooting in the past too.
Closed loop thinking versus open looper sees the immediate result and upon achieving the desirable result wanders off to find something else of interest. Closed looper sees not only the result but the effect on. Oh, this is different. No.
But like I've taught combat rifle and pistol.
Go to shotiq.com. You say that again?
I've taught like combat rifle and pistol along with other people, and it is exactly like that. That's the kind of stuff we teach.
What do you teach? Like, what is the process of keeping your shit together?
It's different for every weapon system, but it's the exact same as like you just said with a bow or I just said with a bow. You talk yourself through the steps out loud, and it doesn't let all the outside bullshit get in the way of pulling the trigger the right way.
Right. Yeah, that if you can actually have a communication line with yourself while it's happening, it keeps you in the present moment.
You're utilizing the equipment. It's not in charge of you.
Yes. It's weird how all that fucking goes wild on you.
Oh, my God. You see people do some wazoo shit.
Oh, yeah, they lose control. It's hard to keep control. You know, to be able to maintain the discipline to keep that mantra in your head and not just go on instinct, too, is very important.
It's hard to expect people to do that, though. You know, like, I say that when I've helped people learn how to base jump. Like, you need to be focused on what you're doing because you're in charge of all the actions. Like, this isn't happening to you. You've chosen to let this happen, right? It's the same thing with shooting a gun, drawing a bow. They're all very similar. Or like you were saying, like doing a kick, right?
Yeah.
And not letting rogue elements become part of the process. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that your mind does, where your mind just wants to spaz out. Like it's
Yeah.
it's a weird reaction to stress and adrenaline and all these different things, all these different factors that you're trying to calculate all at once.
Go full on bananas. People lose their shit.
I can only imagine what it's like in combat.
Yeah.
That's a different level beyond.
Yeah. It is.
So what are you telling them to think of when you're telling them, like when you're teaching combat pistols and you're teaching them how to utilize a pistol?
Mm-hmm.
What do you what is the process of like?
I try and break stuff down as simple as possible so that it's easy steps for people to talk through to create a habit so that you're using it as a subconscious effort, right? Like I want you to be able to draw and fire that pistol or shoulder and fire the rifle in a way that you're almost not thinking through once you become very proficient at the shooting so that your brain can stay open to all the other pertinent shit that's going on, all the scary crap that's happening out there, right?
So it becomes an automatic movement.
You want it to be like that. You want it to be an automatic movement. And there's guys out there with a shit ton more combat time and a shit ton more teaching experience that say the exact same thing, and they say it because it works. Because there's not time to screw around with having to think through the process. It's similar to how you're drawing a bow and hunting, right? Do you have time to really think through it all? Not with an animal walking out in front of you.
No, you have to have already had that stuff.
It's got to be
dialed
down.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super dialed. So with pistol and rifle, it's the same way. Like I'm going to break that down so simple. And we can only handle so much information. So I'll break it down real simple and then feed you more pieces individually as they come up.
Now, how much in the military, how much time do they spend instructing or coaching people on how to think during intense and stressful situations
so like
combat?
They started to do more of that when I was in BUD/S.
So it's a fairly recent thing?
Relatively recent. And I know they do more now. And what they're trying to do is get people to make sure that they can understand what they're doing and perform under the pressure, right? And a lot of the training and a lot of the selection weeds out people that can't put stress and information into the same lane of traffic, right?
Oh, right. Okay, so that's what a lot of what BUD/S is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of BUD/S and SQT, and then further on in the teams, like every day you're earning your trident is what they say. You can always lose it. So what they're saying is like it's all a process, but they're weeding people out that can't handle that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so is this something that they've written books on? Are there manuals on this? And or is this just something that's understood and known?
I don't remember there being manuals on this for me when I was in like psychological stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We did have some guys come in and talk to us. And then
what kind of advice would they give you?
Oh, God. You know, I don't particularly remember exactly what the advice was, like word for word, but I do remember it being like, follow your training, we're training you the right way. And it's not the do as you're told. It's do what you know how to do.
Right.
And you'll do it well.
And is a lot of being able to perform in combat in these situations that are insanely stressful and to be able to manage information and stress at the same time, is a lot of that just learned by experience?
I think so.
What was it like for you?
Being overseas or the whole process?
Yeah.
Well, I was one of the youngest guys there because I was augmenting, meaning I was an extra person. I volunteered to go, asked to go. So I was open ears, open eyes, and closed mouth for 4 months. Like, these dudes that are over there had been doing it for a long time at that point because I was there in 2011 and 12. And it's all a process that is fatally consequential. And I knew that. So you're like, I'm just going to shut up and fucking listen. Or shut up and watch.
That's wise.
It's fucking terrifying is why. It's not necessarily being wise. Like, you're just, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's stepping over there for a reason. He's not leaning against that wall for a reason. He's doing this for a reason. He's got his gear set up like that for it's not for fun. You know, they're not over there airsofting. It's fucking for real. So you ask questions. And the best thing that I've been able to get from the teams, which was super evident there, is you learn how to learn. You know, you learn how to be a student, a good one. Because if you're not, there's a good chance you could die. And a lot of guys have died overseas, and a lot of guys have died in training, still doing the right thing.
Yeah, we were talking last night about a guy who died in training.
Yeah.
We were saying a guy who drowned. They never found his body.
Yeah, Matt Leathers. So that anniversary was actually on the 19th. 7 years.
I think people need to understand how difficult that training is, that people get lost doing that all the time.
Yeah.
Or are lost, I should say.
lost. We had diving injuries at the team, and there was no negligence. You know, we weren't doing things incorrectly. It's just stuff we're doing very dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. From skydiving with gear, to diving really deep for a long time, to shooting exercises. Now you compound that and put them all together and do it overseas with somebody else out there that's hunting you.
How do they mitigate when you go overseas the effect of being over there too long? Because I would imagine that the stress of constant combat. First,
So
this is my ignorance of it, but this
Yeah.
is what I would think, was that what happens first is probably like you get better at being calm and more accustomed to it, but after a while the pressure eventually starts to crack you. That it just many months over there dealing with it, you have to decompress.
You do. And they have like decompression windows at the end of deployments.
How much what a typical deployment? How long does it last?
So I was over there for 4 months, and they've done everything from 3 months to 13 plus for special operations guys. And the reason being they do the shorter ones is because of the operation tempo. You're doing so much, and you're doing it so quickly, and they want you to be fresh, and they want you to be good at it because they don't want that stress to happen, right?
Right. What is that like? This stress, like how does it affect people? Because I mean, I would assume it affects everyone differently.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the process of being in harm's way consistently for a long term.
I joke about it making everybody professionally paranoid. Like you're always, like I'm not always wound up, but I'm always on some sort of alert for things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always thinking about stuff. I'm always keyed on to, what's that guy doing? Why is he doing that?
Right.
In a way that I don't know why that's there. I mean, I know why, but I don't know what part of my brain is saying, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Is that hard to let go in civilian life, or is it just there forever now?
I think it's there. Well, I think it's there forever. I don't know. It's still there.
Do you ever see Jocko's video? He does that. He did a video recently where he's like, people are always saying, why are you looking over your shoulder, Jocko? He goes, I'm being tactical. Because I'm checking my flanks.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you always in the dark? And he goes, so the enemy can't see me. How come you don't smile? I don't want them to see my teeth.
That guy
Yeah.
is hilarious.
He's the best.
He is.
I love that guy to death.
Dude, he's so great.
He's such an important person, too, because he's both articulate and savage. He's both a brilliant guy who is wise and humble, but also a fucking gorilla.
He is.
Know? He's a legit savage.
Yeah. I had the chance to roll a little bit with him.
Oh, don't do that.
Down
I would
in
have
San
told you not
Diego?
to do that.
It was with Andy and Dud.
Uh-huh.
And
Was that when he broke Dud's neck?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Broke a bone in his neck. John thought he had throat cancer.
He did.
Went to the doctor.
Didn't want to tell anybody.
They're like, yeah, what happened to you? I was like, oh, this fucking gorilla just put me in a guillotine, snapped my neck.
Big white gorilla was
I don't
on
think
me.
he actually did a guillotine. I think he actually he had his knuckle in John's throat doing something. I want to say John.
That sounds right.
I think John
But
had
Dud
him in
didn't-
full guard.
Dud didn't know how to tap.
Exactly.
He just was like going.
Yeah. I think John had him in full guard. I might be fucking this up. And Jocko put his knuckles into John's neck and was like using a neck crank, compressing his neck from like either the guard or maybe even side control, and then had a knuckle in the throat.
I'm trying to remember. I think
popped a bone.
I think it was from the guard.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
I think I was about like from me to you to this going on.
He broke a bone in his neck.
Well, he's a gorilla.
Yeah.
A big hairless gorilla.
Yeah, you can't. How much do you weigh?
165.
You can't roll with that guy. It's not. Don't do that. What was it like?
But I can run away from him.
Yes.
Just wait for him to get tired.
He doesn't run at all.
No.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
He'll just march after you.
It was like I was wrestling around with a sweaty piece of mahogany.
Yeah, big guys that are skilled, that's so humiliating. You
Yeah,
roll
you're like,
a big guy that's skillful.
Oh God, I've had that happen once in the past. Like I think I'm cool, and then you find out you're not because I'm not a big dude.
Right.
Like a buddy of mine played I think O-line at Stanford, and I came home from a deployment, and I got a little blitzed. I was like screwing around. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. At the time, I was like 175, and he picked me up from under the arms, and he's like, "You're real strong for your size," and puts me down. I'm like, "Oh God, I feel so emasculated."
You're real strong for your size. It's such a fucking weird compliment.
And he's like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, like 6'5". I'm like, oh crap.
Those are huge humans.
That's giant.
How often do you do jiu-jitsu?
I don't.
You don't? So you just did it that one time with him?
Did it the one time with him.
Well, that's ridiculous. Yeah. He's a fucking multiple year black belt.
Hey, thanks, Andy.
Yeah, Andy's crazy.
So
Andy's obsessed. He does jiu-jitsu 5 days a week now.
That's when we were teaching Dud to skydive.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody's trying to die. You're trying to
It's
get
an
him
interesting
strangled. Dudley's trying to get his neck broken. You guys are skydiving. Why is it that so many team guys wind up getting into skydiving, base jumping, parachutes? What is that?
Fun as shit.
Is that what it is?
I fucking love it.
Is it? There's a thing. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but some men of the highs and the thrills of that stuff of base jumping and like, what is it that's so attractive about that?
I don't know as much of if it's the thrill as the thrill combined with the enormous amount of mental effort and cognitive load that's going on and focus.
Because you know the consequences.
Fuck yeah. Like if you're on the edge of a cliff in a wingsuit, there's so much shit that can go wrong between the second you push off that thing and you can't turn around to the 60-ish seconds that it takes to get to the ground.
Ugh.
That has killed a lot of people.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah. How many times do you wingsuit jump?
A couple hundred base jumps. And I have about 700 base jumps.
Whoa! Is that a good thing for veterans when they come back as well, just to give them something that allows them to feel that edge again?
I would never suggest somebody learn to base jump.
Really?
Fuck no. I don't even call it a sport. I call it a life choice.
So you only want people to do it that are drawn to it?
Yeah. If you're a person that is so willing to do that thing that you will do anything it takes to make it happen and go around me to learn how to do it, okay. Okay. But I'm not going to be like, this is a great choice for you. Yeah. Oh, don't go to therapy. You should jump off a cliff.
How much can therapy help veterans? I always feel like you either have the ability to handle shit or you don't, and then they can help you if you have the ability to handle shit.
I agree.
Does that make?
Yeah,
is that?
It does.
It's a arrogant assumption on my part from no experience, but the way I'm thinking of it, it's like the amount of wrestling that must be done in your mind going from combat deployment to regular society and seeing the petty bullshit that people think of as being like life or death or real issues that need screaming and fighting, and you're like, you fucking babies.
Yeah. No, and you see that a lot with guys that come back is they're just like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, is this really worth it?
Right.
But I do think that therapy of some type, archery, technical shooting, base jumping, jiu-jitsu, there are things that you can take up that I think help guys unpacketize, like undo all of the shit that's in their head. You don't have to go to a therapist and talk. That's not necessarily the best thing for everybody.
There's a weird thing about the mind, right, where it has to be active.
Yeah.
You have to give your mind tasks.
Oh, yeah. Like, even meditating isn't being taskless, right?
Right.
You're focusing on focusing.
Yes. There's something there.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
Like, that gray matter's doing some work. You got to get the engine turning.
Yeah. It's, and also it's like for people that have experienced combat deployments and then they come back to regular life, it's almost like your body's accustomed to a certain level of stress and now it's not there anymore. So it might start creating it on its own or looking for it when it's not there.
Oh, yeah. And I think Andy's joked about it. I have no idea. I haven't been tested, nor has he, if I know. But, so many of us are like adrenal fatigued because we're just wound the fuck up at fifth gear for years.
Right. Is that real? Adrenal fatigue?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys are very just like meh about so much.
Right.
And I don't think that that's because they don't care. I think it's because their hormones are out of whack.
That makes sense. Well, there's also a lot of guys whose hormones are out of whack, from IEDs and from blowing down doors.
I've been thumped enough where I've felt my teeth. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to feel your teeth.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, so many guys who get back have hormone issues too because of the pituitary gland damage from chronic brain trauma.
I'm not surprised. And that's stuff that really needs to be addressed. And that's the kind of stuff, like you were saying, for the charity for the traumatic brain injury. Mm-hmm. That's shit that needs to get looked at.
Yes.
We need to be doing preventative work.
Yes.
Ahead of time.
Yes.
And then monitoring people. Making sure that they're okay. Because that stuff is degenerative. And people need to know that that's out there. And it can be helped.
Is it hard sometimes for veterans to ask for help?
I think so.
Because they just feel like maybe asking shows a weakness, or maybe it's just too difficult to reach out.
I think it's the too difficult to reach out, and I don't want to be the problem, or there must be guys that are worse than me. I think it's usually that. It's not necessarily the fully inflated ego of I'm just gonna be a hard ass about this,
right.
Which there is, that's out there. But I think it's a lot of guys that are like, nah, there's probably somebody worse than me.
Right. So if you come home and you're not traumatically injured, right? We have legs blown off or arm blown off. You feel like you're lucky, so you feel maybe like you shouldn't be asking for help. Other people need help more.
Like I don't need that seat at the table. Let me go find somebody else for it.
That the lack of support when veterans return is really disturbing. Like the idea that there's so much emphasis put into training, there's so much emphasis put into arming and making sure that everybody's geared up.
You're a multi-million-dollar machine.
Yeah. But then when you get back, they don't have a use for it anymore.
You're a used tire.
Fuck.
Now, it's getting better, and a lot of the outside groups do a really good job. But it's tough to realize that there's outside groups that are doing that job.
Yes. Well, a lot of it's guys.
Like, what's the Fed doing?
Right.
Thanks, guys.
It's almost like there's no pressure on them to resolve some of these issues or to help. When you come back, is there any coaching? Do they give you any sort of advice?
They do. I didn't end up going to any of that. And they always tell you, hey, if you need to talk to somebody, there are people to talk to.
And are the people that you talk to, are they psychologists or are they combat veterans as well?
They're psychologists. Which I think is a good thing.
It's a good thing to talk to psychologists?
I think so.
Are any of those guys veterans themselves?
From my recollection, they're all in the military.
They're all in the military. Yeah. But are they all, did they experience action?
I'm not sure. I don't want to say out like offhand without knowing for certain. I didn't end up talking to any of them, so I don't know. Do you,
is this something that you discuss with team leaders or like guys who have deployed and have returned? Is this like a common thing where you go, hey, what's it like when you get back? Is it how hard is it to transition to normal everyday life and keep your shit together? And what are the tools that you use to try to maintain?
I think unfortunately that's the stuff that's getting talked about now.
Just now. Yeah.
And more recently, because so many. I mean, it makes sense. Are you gonna like with fighters, right? Do they ask each other, how do you recover after a fight? No, it's how do you prep for it and make sure you win?
Right.
Because that's all we care about. We're looking at front end, right? Yeah. Front end and action, front end, action, front end, action. How do I train? How do I mitigate all the risk? How do I make sure that my buddy isn't the one that's killed because I fuck up?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if that's what we're concerned about, nobody gives two crap about what's going on the back end because you're just going to rinse, wash, repeat that cycle.
Right.
Until you're done.
Did you see Hurt Locker?
I've seen parts of it.
What did you think about it?
It's a little dramatic.
Is it a little fake?
A little fake.
Damn. It seems good.
A little fake.
A little fake.
A little bit.
But the idea that someone could be addicted to the action when they want to return, even when they think they're done and they're drawn to go back again.
Yeah, I think there's action junkies. Not necessarily combat junkies, but like stress junkies.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it in base jumping too.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, and you see it in skydiving. People that are just addicted to the feeling of the entire experience, not the adrenaline, because I don't get a huge adrenaline dump from base jumping.
You keep it calm.
Pretty calm.
Because if the adrenaline dump is happening, you're probably fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be swinging the baseball bat around.
That's what Alex Honnold said about free solo climbing.
Yeah.
He's like, it's very mellow.
It is.
He's like, if my heart is beating fast, I'm already fucked.
Yep. You are so far down the train of you jacked this up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with base jumping or with being overseas, right? Where it's like, if you're at the point where you're freaking out, something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah. Do they give you techniques to calm yourself when you are freaking out? Is there like breathing techniques? Or?
We've done some breathing techniques, like 3 seconds in, hold, 7 seconds out type of thing. Do that 3 or 4 times in a row. Like I remember getting taught that in Buds, specifically for the underwater swim stuff, which can terrify the shit out of people. Hold your breath, swim 50 meters.
That's a long way.
That's a long ways.
50 meters is a long way.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that's not that far. Bitch, that is a long way.
Go do it.
Yeah. Like you think about a pool. What's the average pool?
25 yards across.
Yeah. So that's go up and back twice. Oh,
there and back.
There and back.
And the way we do it is we stand on the edge of the pool, jump in, do a front flip, and then swim without touching that first side. And it's a dead
so
start.
You can't push off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You push off the other side.
Yeah.
But you're already 25 meters down the way.
You're going to need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. There's so much mental management involved in that. That's why when guys like Jocko come along and they can take that understanding of leadership and mental management and then teach it to other people.
Yeah.
Teach it to corporations and teach it to groups and law enforcement and people that need that sort of understanding that's coming from a guy like him.
With the immense amount of experience that he has in a couple different genres that allow him to then teach that in a way that is comprehensible and super efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to me that would be one of the most important parts of that job, of how to handle deployment, how to handle coming back, and the mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
Do you learn it from other guys? Like,
I think it's just I honestly think a lot of it is that process weeds out so many dudes that would be the ticking time bomb or the guy that can't handle it.
Right.
That by the time we're training for this stuff and it's super stressful, everybody's pretty much on their shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then there's like little stuff that you learn while you're doing shooting that you can transfer to all of it, the breathing techniques, right? And then by and large, we are so well trained and know that we're so well trained that you're just doing your damn job. Like just do your job and do it the best you can. Because I'm not thinking about me necessarily as much as I'm thinking about everybody else also.
That's fascinating too, that the training is so ruthless and brutal that it weeds out people who can't handle shit.
It fucking works. They've been doing it basically the same way since the 60s.
But hasn't there been some chit-chat about alleviating the standards to let women pass through?
I've heard of it. I've heard that they want to put females through the program, but not to change the standards.
How many women have gone through Buds?
0.
Don't say that. Women are going to feel like you're a sexist. You should lie.
I'm not sure. Can I gray area it?
How many women have tried? Did you not see G.I. Jane? Because she made it through.
Well, yeah, but she's special.
She didn't ring that bell, bro.
She's special.
Really, no women have ever made it through Buds?
None. Well, and that's a two-part equation there is, one, they weren't allowed to the entire time I was in. Like, no females in that.
When did they start allowing them?
So, I am not sure, but I think that they're trying to make that a thing now.
trying. I wonder how many women have attempted to go through buds. Jamie, see if you can Google how many women have attempted to go through buds. Yeah. Ladies listening to this, please don't get uncomfortable. We're not shitting on you. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
First woman made it through in December.
Oh, there you go.
But was it
screening?
Screening. So that's a pre-screening process.
Oh, yeah. So she only made it through the screening. How long does that take?
I don't know, because we don't do the same stuff that they're doing for that. They're probably making sure she can make it through the program.
Oh, so they want to make sure that physically she can...
It's probably a pre-screen screen.
Oh, Jesus. A pre-screen
They do
screen.
that. They do that for officers, too.
Do they really?
Yeah, they want those... Well, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Bloods is shitty enough. Now
Right.
you're in charge of a bunch of fucking idiots.
Right.
You're going to get shit on pretty bad.
Right.
So they want to make sure those dudes are on their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the pressure to make women do this? Is it coming from women that want to do it, or is it coming from politicians that want to sort of show that they have a diverse lineup?
Politicians. 100%. Because here's the deal. I've met more than enough females that are Apache pilots, fighter pilots, badass EOD chicks, which is explosive ordnance like Hurt Locker, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's some bad women in the military.
Yes.
They want no part of that job. I haven't met one that's like, I wish I could be a Navy SEAL. And that's not shitting on them. They just don't want that job.
Why is that?
You'd have to ask them.
But the thing about Navy SEALs is that it's like recognized that these are the best of the best. These are the most savage human beings that we can create.
Yeah.
The most efficient, the most effective, the ones that can handle the most, the ones that can get the job done when the shit is as hairy as it gets.
Yeah.
But
why change the program just to diversify the lineup?
There's a thing that they want to show, right? They want to show that they're not sexist. It's equal opportunity.
And the people that want to prove it are the ones that aren't in the ring.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You're not getting this from the actual team itself. They're not saying, what we need is chicks.
You're not getting it from...
Prettying this place up.
Yeah. I think it'd be great if we could just have, like, some women running around. You guys are pretty ugly.
Yeah. It's probably going to be really weird when a woman actually does make it through.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's the same. Like, I feel for those women.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take a lot of shit.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But doesn't everybody take shit?
Yeah.
So, like...
But it's extra shit.
Extra shit. Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're the first woman.
Damn right. They're going to be like, oh, well, you didn't do it the same as everybody else. Which, who knows?
Right. So, when you do return...
Mm-hmm.
How long did you serve for?
9 years.
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when you made the decision to get out,
mm-hmm.
what was that decision based on?
So I never really wanted to do the Navy as a full-time career my entire life. Do 20 years and get out and collect the pension. The war was starting to, at the time, slow down-ish for op tempo, like how quickly guys are going overseas and the amount of action they're seeing. And the way I saw it was it's like training for a fight that you never do. I didn't want that to be my life, and I was 28. I'm like, you know what? Let me make some phone calls and see how guys are feeling about stuff overseas, and because I was on the jump team at the time, right? So I didn't quite have my finger on the pulse of what was happening at the team. So I made some calls, and those guys were like, yeah, man, if there's nothing really tying you down, like a kid or a huge amount of debt or a lifelong dream of this being you're a Navy SEAL for 20 years, and you want to do other stuff with your life, it might be a good time to do it, dude. And I'm happy I did. I got out with all my fingers and toes, and I'm glad that I was able to leave on really good terms and feel really happy about what I did, because I feel like we were making a difference.
When you say that, like, what made you feel like you were making a difference?
The things I know that we got to participate in, the places we were, and the guys that we removed from the battle space, captured or killed, were fucking shitheads that were using women and children as targets and were causing terror. When you say terrorist, people have this disassociated view of that now, right?
Yeah.
Just thrown across the newspapers. They were causing terror. I don't think people quite... the coronavirus stuff is coming out now, or when a bomb goes off somewhere, or there's a mass shooting. Imagine if that's your entire life.
Yeah.
You're walking around town, and that's what's going on every damn day. It's not your fault. It's just some guy. that's deciding that's their job in life is to ruin yours. And we were removing them. So I feel like we were doing a good thing.
And what did you do when you came back? When you got off? When you were done?
So I took some time off and did a ton of skydiving and base jumping because I love those things. I was teaching a little bit of combat shooting. And then basically about a year and a half after I got out of the military, Andy calls me up and he's like, hey, dude, you want to go on a bear hunt?
So it was like really fresh out.
Really fresh.
So when I met you in San Diego, you probably had only been out for
a little more than a year. Yeah.
And that's when you were just learning. Had you already gone on that bear hunt by then?
Yeah, because that was summer. I think we went and did that
spring
hunt. Yep, it was a spring hunt, and then I think that was summer in San Diego.
Yeah.
Super fresh, which is probably why I was like all sorts of piss and vinegar.
I'm sure. Is it so you're happy with your decision to get out, but is it does it feel strange? Does it feel like you
Yeah. And I miss some of the structure, and I miss being able to ask people to do things and be certain they're going to do them.
Right. You're dealing with a different caliber human being on a regular basis, consistently, right? Mm-hmm. Is that, well, I mean, that's got to be like a lot of SEALs. They find each other and hang out with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of it.
You should have seen us out here earlier.
I'm sure.
Bullshitting like gorillas.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah. What do you want to do now?
So right now I'm actually working for Evan at Black Rifle.
Oh, are you really?
Taking pictures, yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so I'm a photographer for Black Rifle.
Oh, that's cool.
It's super fun,
I love those guys.
Dude, I love those dudes.
Their facility in Salt Lake is fucking dope, too.
Dude.
That crazy giant roaster thing that they've got.
Oh, my God.
They bought that and pieced it together.
Yeah.
And did Evan tell you the whole story about how they got that? It got a little weird where, they might have had to threaten people. People are trying to rip them off. But it's this crazy old school roaster. Like they do all the roasting in-house.
What's it called? A Diedrich or something, I think? I think that's right.
Dope, though.
Yeah, it's fucking really cool.
It's giant. It's bigger than this room.
It's like a dump truck upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they roast coffee.
It's so cool.
It's such a crazy story, too, how he outfitted his Humvee so that he could roast while he was being deployed. Which is just, it's so ridiculous to be that into coffee.
You asked if I was a coffee snob? Evan Hafer, coffee snob.
Yeah, Evan is a real coffee snob. But, I mean, that's his living now.
And he gives a shit about it. You can tell he cares. Mm-hmm. It's so cool.
Yeah, when we went there, he made us all these different coffees. And, like, this is an Ethiopian this, and this is
a Peruvian organic, and this one's from Ethiopia.
And no cream. Everyone's drinking everything black. You get used to drinking black coffee.
Good luck finding creamer there.
I know, isn't that weird? But when they open up, they're going to open up a bunch of brick and mortar coffee shops.
They are. They just partnered with Bass Pro.
Oh, did they really?
They did.
So that's huge.
We're going to be, or the company will be selling coffee at Bass Pro.
Wow.
Like immediately.
So it'll be inside of all the Bass Pros.
I think a select amount, but I think it's like in the triple digit range of them.
And then are they going to do some brick and mortar places outside of that as well?
I believe so, and they've already done one in Texas.
Dude, if they can get people to stop putting cream in coffee, that would be fucking miracle. That would literally be a miracle.
It would actually be a miracle.
Yeah, because most people just put cream in it automatic. I do.
They don't even think it's a mindless action.
When I go
get
to
my
Starbucks,
coffee, open it up, and pour the cream.
Exactly. That's when I go to Starbucks. I get my coffee. I open the lid. I pour a little bit of it in the garbage can so I can get some cream in there. Their garbage cans can be fucking half filled with coffee.
Like a 50-pound bag.
When they say room for cream, I go, yeah, but like, give me real room.
No, they give you like a pen's worth.
Yeah,
like,
that's not enough room for cream, man.
It's just gonna spill anyways. This is ridiculous.
But when you drink we drink like Starbucks coffee, and then you drink Black Rifle coffee black. You go, oh, okay. Well, this you actually can drink black. This actually tastes good.
Yeah, and every day, like I live in Salt Lake City now, and I'm down there hanging out with Evan all the time, and he's constantly roasting beans and cupping coffee, and like he's trying to better the experience for the user. And what's really cool is that guy has found a passion outside of being like a badass Green Beret or whatever, military. Like he's found an identity outside of that and driven so hard towards it. And he gives so many shits about the user base and the consumer. He really does.
Well, it's also the culture that company has sort of created. It's, very supportive of veteran causes, first responder causes, military, police, all that stuff.
They give a ton to charity.
Yeah.
They really care. And he tries to hire so many vets all the time.
Yeah, and I believe because they're buy a bag, give a bag, I think they've given over 30,000 pounds of coffee for free to guys overseas.
How badass is that?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's a really good company, man.
And good people.
Yeah.
They care about their employees and they care about their customers. And Evan's a coffee snob.
Yeah, and the coffee's legit because there's a lot of places, like all these mass-produced places. If you go, like, there's a friend of mine who works for the UFC who's a real coffee nerd who owns his own coffee company, and he was explaining to me that the stuff that they buy, if you're a Starbucks or you're one of these, you're just buying bulk.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that his company buys. You're buying like really small batches of coffee where there's not enough available for all these people.
Dude, Evan is in Guatemala right now at a coffee farm.
Whoa.
Physically there inspecting coffee. The guy gives a shit.
It's such a strange thing to be focused on.
A little bit. Like a little cherry fruit looking thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
You have to put on a roaster.
Yeah. Have you ever had that Kopi Luwak coffee?
I have.
Where the civet
I
shits
have.
it out?
I have
it's good,
had it.
Right?
Dude, okay, so somebody had a bag of it, and I can't remember where I was. And they're like, yeah, so this is some of that stuff. And like, no, we're not really sure if we want to try it. I'm like, fuck it. I've eaten scorpions. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Turn it into coffee.
Yeah, it's just washed off after it's gone through its butt.
It tastes just like coffee.
But it's a weird kind of coffee, right? It's got it's a smoothness to it.
I don't particularly recall.
You don't.
I don't remember it being like extra fancy.
Yeah, it's okay. Is that it right there, Jamie? That's what it looks like when it comes out their asshole. It's a civet. If people don't know what we're talking about, there's a kind of coffee called Kopi Luwak. And there's an animal that looks like a rat, but it's actually I believe it's in the cat family.
It's like a deranged rat.
I think it's a feline. Like, look at its claws. Yeah. See its claws?
That thing is weird looking.
I think it's a civet, but I think that's in the cat family. And it eats these berries that are the coffee beans, and it shits out the beans, and then people clean the shitted out beans because the stomach acids break down the outside of the bean.
Whose poor job is that? I'm a shit cleaner.
Yeah, I clean out cat shit. See, I think it's a kind of a cat. See if that's true. Is a civet in the cat family like a cat that eats berries, man? Fucking weird.
Bingo.
Just put up civet. Civet in the cat family. What does it say?
I figured I'd just be able to click it right there.
Oh.
Come up.
You're like, hyperlink me. Come on,
Civet
Wikipedia.
in the cat family. Just, I don't think Wikipedia's going to give you that.
Nocturnal
just
mammal.
say, ooh, the SARS virus.
Say some sort of feeling here, wouldn't it?
Maybe
the cat
taxonomy.
family.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, just
Vivaridae.
Okay. Small to medium-sized mammals. Maybe it's not.
Felifornia over under scientific classification.
Okay, what does it say?
I'll retry your search.
Scientific. Yeah, just say, is a civet in the cat family?
Is a civet a cat?
Do it like a moron. Don't be going through all them scientific journals. In the cat family.
Break it down Barney style.
Civet, called a civet cat.
Yep, there we go.
Any number of long-bodied, short-legged carnivores, the family Vivaridae. Civets found in... Okay.
This is how you get confirmation bias.
Yeah, it says it's called a civet cat. How did it get...
I'm just saying, like, I'm
going to write the answer to my question.
We'll find the answer somewhere this way.
That's a good point.
Because someone might have just written it.
It says it's rather cat-like in appearance.
Well, they're weird.
But it's not a cat.
Really, there we go. Are they related to? Are not cats?
They're commonly called civet cats. They're not cats. In fact, they're more closely related to mongooses than they are to cats.
Those fuckers are mean. Don't
Mongooses
they
are
attack
mean.
cobras and
Yeah,
shit?
they fuck cobras up. There's a bunch of great videos online. Cobras can't fuck with them. They don't know what to do with a mongoose. Mongooses just trail around.
It's like a
get silent.
skinny little honey badger.
Occasionally they get jacked though. I've seen mongoose cobra fights online, and the cobra gets the mongoose. You see the mongoose like sit down, like, oh no,
He got me. This is how it happens.
That's how it goes down. Is that it?
What a
The
weird
banded
animal.
mongoose.
Bengal monk. I guess I said Bengal.
Banded?
Banded. Yeah, it does say
Look at that
banded.
freaky looking motherfucker he is.
That looks like a Tasmanian tiger. Looks like a thylacine.
a little bit. So my friend Forrest Gallant. Is it Gallant or Galante?
I would go with that E. Gotta
Galante.
pronounce that.
Yeah. He is actually going on a mission
Oh my god.
to look for the thylacine. There's been enough sightings of it in certain places in the world, and I don't know how much I can say about this, so I don't want to give out the location, but they have an area where there's a guy who apparently had a captive one and it died.
What?
So he has the thylacine skull, and they're going to examine this skull, and they see them on a regular basis.
Dude,
they see them enough to think that there's an actual breeding population of
How
them.
cool would it be to be a guy that unextincts a thing,
Yeah, to find the thylacine.
right?
Yeah, that's a crazy animal, man. You ever see when their mouths were wide open?
Dude,
Like a coyote, like a huge
it does look like
mouth.
coyote.
A lot like
Like
it.
a
yeah.
crazy looking
Yeah.
tiger stripe coyote.
Yeah, that mongoose is a freaky animal too. Like, there's so many little weird, freaky mammals like wolverines and shit. I've never seen a wolverine in the wild, but that's a wild little animal. Badgers and wolverines.
Wolverines are like, I had a wolverine described to me by Dusty, Dud's friend up there.
Mhm.
He's like, Wolverines, they're like grizzly bears that got born into that body. That's why they're so pissed off. Fucking how dare you make me this size?
Yeah, they're not scared of shit.
Dude, would you be if you were that angry?
Just a weird little animal. I mean, what do they weigh? Like 50 pounds, maybe?
I don't know. They see red all the time. They scare bears off of kills.
They scare bears off of kills. They scare wolves off of kills. They must have just like insanely thick fur.
And it's not very bright.
They're not smart.
I mean, would you be that smart if you're scaring a bear off a kill?
I don't know if it's a
got
brain,
this shit.
an intelligence thing. I think it's just a fearlessness.
Yeah.
It's, nature has this very strange but logical sort of chain of events that take place, right?
Yeah.
Between like small, tiny animals to the animals that eat them to the animals that eat them. It's
Yeah.
like this whole huge ecosystem. When you see it laid out, and then you see individual players like that mongoose by themselves, you're like, what part do you have in this crazy play?
Yeah.
You know?
What did you get assigned? Because
Yeah.
this doesn't make sense.
Well, for something like a grizzly bear to exist, like there's got to be a need for it.
Yeah.
Like for something to be this fucking enormous predatory bear thing that's, 11 feet long, 1,800 pounds. Like, what is that?
Swims, runs as
Yeah.
fast as a horse.
Right. Like, why do you need to be there? Like, because there's too many of these fucking mammals.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have something like that cleans up,
They're going to breed like whitetail do
there'll
in
be
the south.
and then there will be literally no vegetables. There will be no plants.
Yeah.
Everything will get eaten.
Yep.
Yeah, whitetails in the south, or whitetails around where Dudley lives.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
you got to drive 3 miles an hour everywhere
I
you
know.
go. They just bounce, especially during the rut.
Out of control.
Oh, it's crazy up there.
Dude, his place is great, though.
His place is amazing.
Yeah.
Have you hunted his place yet?
No.
Dude,
I've been there. I've spent some time there, but haven't
You got to
hunted
get
there
a tag. You try to get a tag for whitetail season with that guy.
yet. Out of control.
Well, he's the master. Like he'll sit in the same spot for a month, like just waiting for like one buck.
Dude, that guy. It's insane. People think like I have patience. No. Watch Dud's social media like stream during whitetail season.
Right.
You
Watch
learn
his
some
Instagram
patience.
feed. His Instagram live feed. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He just sits in a tree stand all day.
I'm here again.
Yeah.
I just saw a buck.
Yeah. He's got like one target buck that he's after for like a month. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of patience. Like that whitetail patience is a different. I mean, obviously Dudley does everything, right?
Oh yeah.
But that whitetail patience to be that guy that sits in that fucking ladder stand
In
all
November?
day long. Do you want a kill griff?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, in November it's freezing in Iowa. I mean, that's why he lives there. He moved
For
to a
whitetail.
spot so that he could hunt deer and bought a giant farm so he can hunt deer, and then sits out there all the time so he can hunt deer.
I mean, if you love it, go to where it is. Like I moved from San Diego because I was sick of the traffic and sick of how California was.
You moved from San Diego to Salt Lake because of
Yep.
that? Yeah, but San Diego ain't shit compared to up here.
Oh,
In terms
no.
of traffic,
Oh my God.
this is like
Triple.
this is like Singapore or something. This place is nuts.
Hey, at least there's not everybody on scooters.
There's a lot of people on scooters. You've never seen this motherfucker whipping down the street. I was driving yesterday on the way home, and he was next to me on the sidewalk going as fast as I was. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, man.
I have a fast one.
He has a really fast one.
Up.
But, dude, I was thinking if Jamie, if you wipe on that thing, like, you're going down hard, man.
It is a daily risk, but calculated. I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
I have a nice little path. No one's in my way.
You don't wear a helmet, though, huh?
Well, again, I'm not going very far.
Reckless motherfucker going 30 miles an hour with no helmet.
I mean,
It's like I
How
got
fast
this
does
shit.
it go?
25.
Dude, if you wipe at 25 miles an hour, that's fast.
Hey,
Dude, I've wiped on a bicycle standing upright, and
Yeah.
it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
it's going to hurt.
But you're fine. You'll be good.
I'm not going to wear a super tight helmet like a dork.
Did you ever
Take the hit.
good dork? Jesus Christ!
You know, I don't know if you're going to recover from a hit from concrete.
Yeah, you might
That's what
be
I'm
a
saying.
different guy. You might be Google searching all the wrong
I
things
meant-
from now on.
I meant that in the way like some people wear a helmet, but they don't put it on correctly. I have a helmet on, but
yeah.
you have to wear it tight. You have to have it on strapped tight. Like it has to be good so your brain doesn't rattle around. Like
Yeah.
best case scenario, I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet so that I'm
Yes.
safe. I'm
You
not
can't-
doing that.
You can't be
You're
like
not.
a peewee footballer where you got like a helmet that's 6 sizes too big.
You should wear a
Yeah.
motorcycle helmet and football shoulder pads
yeah.
and then
I should
hand
have-
pads.
Deontay Wilder's outfit on to go and that to be safe. Yeah, sure.
Do you know what he's talking about with Deontay Wilder's outfit?
No.
He got knocked out by Tyson Fury, and he blamed some of it on the fact that his legs were worn out because he was carrying around this crazy outfit
I saw
that
him.
weighed 40
I
pounds.
think I saw a meme with that. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was about. I'm like, the hell is this shit?
At first, I thought it was a ridiculous thing.
There we
He had
go.
this
That's
crazy
okay.
outfit.
That's what I saw.
protection.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is Skeletor fighting? Like, what is going on here?
At first, I thought it was ridiculous that he would say that, but then I thought about it, and when we were talking about it yesterday, Michael Yo was saying that he had to wear that thing for 40 minutes. And I
Whoa.
was like, oh, really?
Like-
Okay, that's different. So if he really did have that thing on for 30 minutes or whatever it was, that's a lot of weight to be carrying for that long. That seems kind of ridiculous that they let him do that.
Why is he wearing that?
Because he wants to look dope.
He also walked out very slow.
Of course he
So
did.
they had that whole song to play
40 fucking
versus like Tyson
pounds
Fury
on
got
him.
carried out. You know,
Oh,
didn't
did
even
he?
walk. Yeah, he got carried out.
Like on
Like
a
a
chariot?
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah,
Like-
literally like
like
on
a
a
pharaoh?
throne. Yeah,
Oh, see, I didn't even watch that.
Yeah.
I fast forwarded through all that bullshit.
like burned 0 calories.
I don't want to hear any fucking national anthems either. The only thing, I'm happy that the UFC doesn't do that. They play the English national anthem and the American. Come on. We know where we are. Do that shit at the beginning of the night. You
Yeah.
want to start the fights
Once.
off? Yeah.
One time.
Do it at the beginning. Very first fight. Before the first fight, let's play the national anthem. Fine. Beautiful. Perfect. Let's do it. Don't do it right before the main event, you cock tease.
Well,
you
and
got these
like-
guys in the ring, dancing around, getting ready, and now they have to wait for 3 minutes.
I think that company also said they've made other outfits for other fighters who have then gone in to knock people out. So that excuse wasn't great either. But
Well,
hey,
he's looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
The bottom line is Tyson Fury beat the shit out of him.
And
That's-
if he had won, right, he would have been like, it's
Yeah.
because of my outfit.
Right.
I scared him.
Right.
Like,
Well, he
come
did
on.
say that like putting on that mask makes him transform. But he has this thought that look at him. He does look
Has
pretty
he
dope.
had his head hit?
Dum dum.
Oh my god.
Sauron. That is a crazy goddamn.
It's like a
outfit.
mix of Sauron and Skeletor from
Yeah.
like He-Man.
It's pretty fucking dope. It's too bad it's so heavy.
Oh my god.
I wonder if he does it again. Imagine if he wears it again next time. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck my excuse.
never saw the old ones. Look at this one
Oh,
from a
wow.
last past fight.
Using it in training camp.
Dude, that one looks better.
Yeah.
I like the white.
That's a lot lighter though. That looks like you could actually walk around in it.
What doesn't have the lights? The lights are a nice little touch.
I guess. LEDs makes it look like a Mercedes.
This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, so there's Tyson Fury coming out. He had a,
Look, he's
he is
fucking-
a king on a throne.
It's so amazing.
girls were carrying him.
Girls were carrying
I
him?
think so. Yeah.
Oh my, that's a risky move. I wonder if they had to wear heels.
Right.
What were the girls wearing?
Bikinis. I don't remember.
Did you see the fight?
No.
Dude, it was amazing. It was
I heard it
amazing.
was.
It was amazing.
I just didn't see it.
Shocked the world.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that was happening. Tyson Fury just ran after him and started beating the fuck out of him. And everybody's like, what?
Where did
What is happening? Like, he fought completely different than every fight he's ever fought. He just chased him down. Got in his face, but he still used good boxing.
That's what's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to change my shit up so much that your camp meant, meh,
Yeah.
watch this shit.
How much martial arts do they go over in the team?
Very little.
Do you think that's good?
Yeah.
You don't need to?
I think I was actually talking to somebody about this recently. I think it's better for guys that have to put hands on people that aren't given as many options as we are to end the fight before that with some other means, right? Like police officers.
Right.
I think that those guys really need that kind of training.
Yes.
Because they have to put hands on people. They're there to serve and protect other citizens.
Yeah.
I ain't serving and protecting any of our citizens.
Right.
None of us are.
Right.
We have a totally different job.
Right.
I mean, it's just reality.
Yeah.
Guys get into it because it's definitely helpful, but I don't think it's in the scheme of things that are necessary to do the job well.
Because there's so many variables already that you need to control.
Yeah.
Adding that to it is just going to probably water down the training for the other things.
Why add all the cognitive load of becoming good enough at jiu-jitsu so that it's totally secondhand?
Yeah.
Totally a subconscious action. Why get that much out of the way of time to train to shoot?
Well, you were a crazy gymnast, right? Don't you have like crazy gymnastic skills?
No, not particularly.
Not particularly. Don't lie.
I could do some things.
You can do some things.
Yeah.
That kind of ability, that physical ability to move your body, that kind of dexterity would translate perfectly to jiu-jitsu. You know, like some of the best jiu-jitsu guys, they come from breakdancing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Richie Martinez, my friend Boogie, he's 10th Planet San Diego, and he just had a submission match against Jake Shields, who's like a really super respected veteran, and tapped him. And Richie started out, and same as his brother Gio, they started out as breakdancers. And when they first came to the school, Eddie was like, dude, there's something going on with breakdancing. Like if you think about the ability that you have to like maneuver your body, stand on one hand, spin around in circles, like do one-hand handstands, and you know,
like the physicality combined with knowing where your body is in space.
Exactly.
Like I understand that I'm like sort of cockeyed sideways on my left elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But gymnastics is very similar.
Oh,
a lot
for
of
sure.
gymnasts can translate direct. And Georges St. Pierre, actually, to improve his overall game, started getting into gymnastics. And he said it had a significant impact.
Dude, that guy'd be terrifying to watch do gymnastics.
Yeah, well, just his ability to use his body. He's like, well, if I could do all these things that other guys do, like back handsprings and flips and all these different things, like that would be very beneficial just to understand how to use your body. It's like a more advanced form of plyometrics in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. How did you get into that?
Doing weird gymnastic stuff. Pure curiosity.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't it wasn't something you took up in high school or college or anything like that?
No, I was a cross country and track and field guy. Did like long jump, triple jump, and then cross country races. And then I've always enjoyed rock climbing and did a little bit of surfing. And I've tried my hand at all of goofy sports. And from there, I'm like, well, what's the best way to get really good physically? You know? So start learning how to do some of the gymnastic stuff. And a few of those things, like I have no damn clue how those guys end up doing an iron cross or a planche or I'm about as good as like a 7-year-old girl in gymnastics.
That's pretty good. Some of those 7-year-old girls are fucking impressive.
You know what I mean? Like,
my daughter does that shit. It's just such a crazy thing to see someone utilize their body like that.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
The amount of proprioceptive knowledge that's going on there, mind-blowing. Yeah.
I mean, there's so much coordination, and you're going head over heels. You're literally like flying through the air.
Yeah. More than once.
Yeah.
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 But I've done some like wind tunnel flying that's kind of air gymnastics.
Wind tunnel flying? What's that?
Yeah, it's a tube of air that you get in and it blows.
Oh, like one of those things where you wear a
indoor
suit.
Skydiving.
Yeah, I've seen that. How fun is that?
It's the fucking best.
Really?
Oh man, it's so fun.
So is it like skydiving but you don't die?
Yeah, skydiving, no stress.
Right.
You should come do it.
I would love to. Isn't there a place in Universal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go to San Diego. The one there's real good.
Oh, it's better? It's worth it?
Way
Worth the
better.
drive? Next time I have a gig down there. Is this it in San Diego? Holy
That's not San Diego,
fuck.
but this is it. They're actually, that person's upside down.
Seems like you could just build one of those.
You could, for like a cool $5 million.
That's how much it costs?
I've been told it's like 5 to 10 or something.
Bro, look at that. That's insane.
It's so fun.
And so that's all a fan.
Yep.
And so you're wearing a mask so your lips don't fly off?
Pretty much.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's so cool, man.
And So when you're going straight up and down, like when you're flat, so if you're parallel to the ground,
Yep.
then you can float well.
Yep.
But then when you go straight up and down, then the wind can't really carry your weight, so you drop.
Which is why you start turning and going in circles because you're generating lift. Does that make sense?
So this is an unusually large one. This is not the same size as the one.
This is like an average size one.
So the one in Universal's like this?
No, that one's I believe that the one there is an oval and is slightly smaller.
Oh.
The one in San Diego is about that size, though.
Yeah, is that something that actually has a purpose in terms of training guys?
Oh, yeah. They use it. We used it on the jump team a ton. And then they use it. Yeah, this is it.
I fly.
There you go.
Dude, if you were a Super Bowl, you should have that shit in your backyard.
Well, the Prince does in Dubai.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. He's got like Falcons and Ferraris and shit.
Yeah.
Of course he's got a wind tunnel.
What a weird. I mean, how often do you think he uses it?
I don't know. I had some buddies that used to be there, and they used it every day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What are these guys doing?
They're teaching people how to do this.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's basic. I did that once. It's very basic, but like it's how different is like that flying up version versus this like level of expertise, I guess, because it seems like it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like hundreds of hours of time flying.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of time to learn how to like do what they're doing right there.
Yeah, I would imagine you try that and you face first right into the fucking wall and feel like an idiot.
Yeah, there's a lot
That's
of...
what I'm thinking, looking at that, I'm like, I'm not buying this.
There's a lot of wind tunnel linebacker shit going on.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. But it's a really cool thing, and it's a lot like gymnastics or dancing, but in the sky. It's really cool.
Now, you're into all this stuff, and you did try some jiu-jitsu with Jocko. Are you interested in doing that at all?
Absolutely.
Why don't you do it? Like, Salt Lake's a great place.
I'm
Pedro
going to.
Sauer is a great place there. There's a lot of jiu-jitsu in Salt Lake.
I'm absolutely going to. And I was literally talking to Andy about this at SHOT Show because we went out with Henry Akins and John Kavanaugh.
Oh, perfect.
So we were bullshitting with them, and they were poking me, and it was like the last straw. Like, all right, okay, yes, yeah,
because
yeah,
I feel like
I'm gonna do it.
A guy like you would get addicted to it immediately, just like
I'm
Andy.
sure I will.
Yeah, Andy's all in, man.
Part of the terror, though, like hobby creep. Like, oh crap, I need
Yep,
another one.
hobby creep.
I
is
get
a
another
great,
one.
That's a great way to put it, man.
I got that from Sean Evangelista from like Andy's buddy. At 30 seconds out, he's like, I can't learn how to bow hunt. I'm like, what? Why? He goes, it's hobby creep. I don't need another expensive hobby, man.
Yeah,
I already have enough.
Bow hunting's the ultimate hobby creep, though. It's helped me so much, though. It is hobby creep for sure, and it does take up a lot of my time. But man,
How much do you love it?
I just love being able to use my range here and just shoot.
It's so relaxing.
Yeah,
I wish more people would have the opportunity to do archery.
it's brain scrubbing.
Yeah.
You know, because you're focusing on that task so completely that it just kind of cleans out the old system.
It's meditation. It's
Yeah.
just like it's moving meditation.
That's a funny way to put it because it's exactly the term that a lot of people use for martial arts.
That's what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people use that term, moving meditation, for martial arts. A lot of people use it for running too, which is another thing that you really got into, right?
Yeah. I'm doing a couple mountain races or like sky running races this summer.
Don't hang out with Cam Haines.
No, I don't know if I have interest in doing like ultras.
That motherfucker will have you doing stupid shit.
10 to 20 milers is about where I'm at.
He does a marathon a day.
Yeah, I'm good. No thanks.
He works an 8-hour job and does a marathon a day. He just released a video, that the Cam Haines story, and you watch it and you go, wait a minute, how are you doing this?
What is he, powered by a nuclear reactor?
Dude, he's a freak.
How the
He doesn't
shit?
even get hurt. That's what I don't understand. Like, since I've been friends with him, he's been hurt a couple of times. Like, he had a injury to his foot. He thought it was a stress fracture.
Yeah.
By the way, I kept running. Never stopped running the entire time. Thinking my foot's broken. Let me just bang out
Why stop?
10 miles today.
I'll do a
Yeah.
short one today.
But he gets up at 2:30 in the morning, okay? 2:30 in the morning sometimes, and he'll run 18, 20 miles, and then he'll go to work, and then during lunchtime, he'll hammer out another 8.
And you got to fit in,
Yeah.
a little bit of archery.
Yeah, and then afterwards he goes and shoots for hours, and then he goes to this crazy fucking pimped out man cave that he's got, and he lifts weights at night. There he is. I mean, I just don't. There's certain people that I mean,
I get it though. Like we were operating in a similar way when I was in the SEAL teams. Like Like your whole life is centered around these things. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just gonna be really good at all of it.
Well, his whole life is centered around bow hunting, believe it or not. Yeah. All the other stuff that he does is really to get himself in shape for bow hunting and then to challenge himself so that he understands that his body is in perfect tune and he can do it. It's, dude, hanging out with him in the mountains is so goddamn humbling because he runs up these mountains like it's nothing. And I'm dying. And I've been running.
Yeah,
I've been running hills.
See it.
I've been doing it, but I still try to keep up with that motherfucker. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You just got to like pull one of the minor tricks and like stick a little rock in the back.
This is not going to help. He'll ignore it. He won't even notice. It's weird when someone is that dedicated to something and you're friends with them.
It's like, weird and a little terrifying, right? But it's also really cool.
Is that him with that rock in his back?
Did he stop using it, or does he still do it?
I think that's an old one. Yeah, that's 2013. I don't think he used that rock anymore. He had a 130-pound rock that he would put in his backpack and carry everywhere.
Dude, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's a ridiculous person.
That's a lot of weight.
Someone gave him a rock as a present recently, and he fucking put it on his shoulder and took it with him up to the top of the mountain.
Walked off.
Yeah, he was like, thanks for the rock. Like, gave him a big fucking rock, like a 75-pound rock. But he didn't even bother putting it in a bag. He's carrying it around up the mountain on his shoulder and the switches to make it difficult.
What a gorilla.
To make it more suck. Yeah. He's a fucking strange person.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I've done a lot of ruck runs and stuff just for kind of fun and training.
It's humbling being friends with that guy, though. He's so inspirational. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody who's more driven than him. It's crazy. It's like even Goggins. Like when Goggins and him were running, like Goggins has to keep up with Cam. Like, and Goggins is the fucking man. I mean, he is the endurance king, you know?
It's cool to be around people like that because it makes you question whether you're doing enough
yourself.
Exactly. You're like, man, am I just a little bitch? Like,
exactly.
Like I thought I wasn't, but
I'm definitely a little bitch.
But am I a little bitch?
I've answered that question hanging out with Cam a bunch of times. Like, well, I'm definitely a little bitch. It's just he's got this weird drive to constantly push his limits. Like, this is him, right? My fucking dog. We put a toy hammer. My dog's got a toy hammer, and so he's got this toy hammer in his mouth. And as a quote, my wife wrote this down. She wrote, "What are we hammering, and how long are we supposed to keep doing this?" And then I sent it to Cam, and he sends me a text message that says, "Tell Marshall we keep hammering until we're dead."
Like, even your dog's not pushing it enough.
But it's just...
That's so funny.
But that is the most Cam Haines answer ever. Tell Marshall we keep hammering until we're dead. And you know he's serious.
Oh, yeah.
And he got up at 2:30 that morning to run a fucking marathon before he went to work all day.
There's no ha before that message. He's like, no, this is what we do.
Even if there's a ha, he means it. He means every fucking word of it.
That's awesome.
When people say they do a lot, you know, oh man, he gets a lot done. Like, does he really?
Yeah. Are you really burning the candle at both ends?
Do you understand what this motherfucker's doing? He's running a goddamn marathon every day. They tell you, like, there's certain physiologists tell you, well, when you run a marathon, you need 6 months to recover. Do you really? Are you sure?
Maybe you just need 12 hours.
Yeah, maybe you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. I'm not sure everybody really has this dialed in, like what's possible.
Well, think about where we come from. Like we're the result of successful hunter-gatherers for hundreds of thousands of years, right?
Yeah.
So we should be really good at this shit.
We should be the best at it.
Yeah, no, instead we're water balloons and jelly donuts walking around.
Well, it's when you find out what's really possible from the human body, when you see people that accomplish incredible feats of endurance. Did you see that former Marine who was, I guess you're never a former Marine, 62-year-old dude who
like my granddad, not a former Marine.
Yeah, he won the world record for holding a plank. He held a plank for, he's 62, held a plank for 8 hours, and I think it was like 13 minutes, something preposterous.
What?
Dude, yeah, like
for
playing
a work
with
day.
his phone, and he's like doing a plank. Look at this guy.
He does not look
former
62.
U.S. Marine. Again, there's no such thing.
Well, no,
just
look at that haircut.
8-hour plank record. Yeah, look at him. He's a personal trainer, and he's fucking shredded.
Shit.
Look at him holding that plank.
That guy looks terrifying.
Bro, 8 hours and 15 minutes and 15 seconds. That's crazy. But that's one of those things. Look at him playing with his phone. That's one of those things that you think, look at the fucking veins,
intensity.
man. Well, and to keep that for 8 hours is like a lot of people have a hard time planking for a minute.
At all. And a
He
shitty
first
plank.
set the record in 2013, but then he lost it head to head with another guy, but now he's back. So now he broke the record. That is fucking bananas. And holding on to his phone is hilarious. I guess maybe he needs a timer in front of him. Maybe that's what it is.
Or just get, 8 hours. Wouldn't you just get bored?
You definitely get bored, but the amount of mental fortitude that you have to be able to do that and hold that position for 8 hours and 15 minutes. What did he say he was doing it for, Jamie? There was like something in that video.
For mental health awareness.
Yeah, you're crazy, bro. You should be doing it for mental health awarenness.
For people to be aware of your mental health.
Yeah, people be aware of how fucking crazy you are. If that guy's coming after you,
That is
like, dude, he ain't gonna stop.
no. No.
There's people that their mind is just fucking
Oh,
stronger.
he's got a P-tube hooked up.
A P-tube.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's
Gotta have
the
something.
how
Yes,
patient are you?
diaper.
Well, I'm 8 hours in a plank
right there.
patient.
Yeah. Oh, he does have a P-tube. But what happens if he has to take a shit?
Hey.
Hey. I wonder what he ate before he did this, or if he ate during it. Can you eat like a banana while you're planking?
They're
Or
giving
maybe
some
like it's
protein shake.
like
Some
running
protein
where you're
shake?
doing like liquid diet stuff.
Yeah. Some gel.
That was the toughest part about the real long dives that we did. Like every time stuff went into the 9-10 hour range, it's like you're not eating anything.
Right. Right.
You come out and you're haggard.
No, I can imagine, man.
Yeah.
That's got to be fucking hard. Just when I do the UFC and I don't really eat for like 6 or 7 hours, it's hard.
It fucks with you.
Yeah. Your brain is just, your brain's like, hey man, this is not working well. Like we need some extra stuff. Something's missing. What's missing? Why don't you eat something? Occasionally I'll get a hot dog or something when I'm doing those, but that's just that. That's just sitting there talking.
Yeah.
Which, what's incredible how much burns off energy is playing chess. They did these, they had these world-class chess players in these world championship events, and they found out they were burning thousands of calories just sitting there playing chess because they were all losing weight. And they're trying to figure out, why are these guys losing weight? Like, what's happening over the course of this tournament, of
they're
a
just
couple
sitting
of...
there.
But their brain is firing. Look at that, 6,000 calories. Robert Sapolsky, our guy,
That's
who's
insane.
the Stanford professor who we've had on the podcast, who studies stress in primates at Stanford University, says that a chess player can burn up to 6,000 calories a day while playing in a tournament, 3 times what an average person consumes in a day.
Damn.
Yeah, so they've figured this out fairly recently because a lot of these guys are losing shitloads of weight.
That's wild.
Yeah, your brain. I wonder, I don't think commentary burns off anything near what a chess player burns up, but I wonder what it does, because you are thinking all day while you're watching the fights. I wonder how much I'm burning. Because, dude, when I get out of there, I eat like a fucking wolf.
Could you check your whoop strap? Do you
It's
have it
not
on
gonna-
usually?
Yes, I do. But
Yeah,
it's-
but your heart
it's-
rate
I got it
your
on
heart
right
rate isn't
now.
going up.
Well, also the whoop strap is measuring. Yeah, it's measuring your heart rate, and it's also. It's based on your activity.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna know like mental, because I don't think their heart rate is jacked. If they're burning 6,000 calories a day just sitting
Oh
there.
yeah, it's gonna get measured calories burned off of your physical activity,
Yes.
right? Not like
Right.
brain activity. Or
Yeah.
right.
This
It's
is-
an
Yeah, yeah.
additional thing. Well, that's also like different exercises that are physically taxing and also mentally taxing.
Yeah.
They have to be consuming more calories.
Oh yeah. Like I was saying about the dives. Mm-hmm. Like I've done dives that are 6 to 12 hours long, and you get out of the water
Christ.
and I'm sitting there. I'm using my brain a lot,
Yeah.
but it's also cold as fuck. And I've come out of the water a couple times and lost 8+ pounds
Wow. In the water,
in the water.
dude. That's nuts.
It's
Where's it
not-
going?
Out.
It's all becoming a part of the ocean,
I guess. I don't know.
right?
I mean,
you're
pissing out a
losing-
lot of liquid.
Losing water to the ocean while you're in the water.
Oh yeah.
You could get dehydrated while immersed in water.
Yep.
This says that Polar, that company that Polar straps. There's it's a popular one too. They tracked a chess champion, 21 years old, in October. He burned 560 calories in 2 hours of sitting and playing chess, which is about the same amount as Roger Federer would burn in an hour of singles tennis.
Really?
What?
I mean, That's an hour of working out. That's about what I do. Like an hour of an elliptical is about 560, 600.
But I would feel like Federer just hopping around all that plyos.
But he's
jumping back.
super
every
efficient,
20
though.
seconds, yeah.
That's true.
He's hyper
super efficient. Right? Like Bernard Hopkins when he used to box.
Yeah.
You know, was super efficient. Yeah.
Sustained elevated blood pressure.
I wonder if chess is the pinnacle of things that you do that aren't physical in terms of movement, but are incredibly calorie taxing. I wonder if that's the number. I mean, that's a very complex game.
Oh my God.
And maybe like
Go.
brain surgery.
Yeah, go.
Where you're barely moving, but you're like concentrating so hard for hours and hours at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's certain things that you do that after it's over, you're just fucking exhausted and starving to death. Like when I do 2 shows a night, after it's over, I'm so hungry. And that has to be something like do 2 hour 10, hour 15-minute sets because you're thinking and you're managing it while you're doing it. And there's a giant audience there and you got to be fucking on point. God. Yeah, that's but I think the UFC makes me more hungry, but it's also like 6 hours, 7 hours in a day.
And you're probably moving around a lot too.
Yeah. Hunting does it, bro. When you're going through the mountains and the intensity of hunting and then the concentration and all those things, and that's incredibly calorie consuming.
And it all comes up right at the end. Like you finish a day hunting out there, like spotting and stalking, and even if you don't kill something, right? If you don't get an animal, you come back at the end of the day and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I'm really hungry. And oh my God, I'm weak. What the hell was I doing all day?
And then when you wake up in the morning, it literally is like you trained. Like the day before, you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Everything's like,
100%.
Oh. And it just fried. When you get to like a 6-7 day hunt, when you get to like day 6, day 7, bro, you have put in some fucking work.
Dude, that 4th day of that moose hunt, I'm like, okay, here we go again. Because you're getting up. Like, it's like elk hunting. You're getting up pre-dawn and getting out there.
That is something that is so missing from videos. There's something about hunting videos, like people just don't understand.
How miserable it can be.
It's not just that. Like, they don't understand why you're happy. Like, why are you happy at the end?
Yeah.
You just killed an animal. Like, if you had any idea how hard this is and then how difficult it is to execute a good shot.
How nervous I was that I was going to jack this up.
Yeah. And then when it's over and the animal's down, it's more of a relief and the success is nice. It's everything all together. It's like an alleviation of pressure, success, happiness. But it's the longer and harder the hunt is, the more you appreciate that though. It's all in how much you're putting in.
And I've heard that from guys where they're like, yeah, if you punch your ticket the first day, you're just gonna feel like, what am I here for?
They can all eat shit. I punch my ticket every chance I can. I've heard that argument before. I'm like, look, I'm not buying into that nonsense. Like there was Steve Rinella on one of his shows. He had this elk, and it was like the first day of the hunt, and it was a great elk. And he was about to shoot it, and he's like, I'm not ready to end my hunt. I want to keep hunting. And then he wound up not getting an elk because that's how it works.
Karma, bitch.
Yeah, well, it's like he explained that he had just gotten back from another episode because he was filming, and then the episode previously, just last week, he'd shot an elk.
Oh, okay.
So he had meat in the freezer,
Fresh,
and he's doing it for this show. So he just didn't want to like shoot it right there and then. And also there's probably the pressure of you have to have a narrative for the television show, you know?
The narrative can't be, I got my shit together and now he's dead.
Do you ever think you'd be interested in filming stuff and putting content on it? Because I know you're a photographer, you're into taking pictures.
Not really. I like taking pictures of other people doing that stuff. Like it's fun for me to go out and do these hunts with Andy and Dud because I get to take pictures. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy photographing how people go through processes, and I really enjoyed taking pictures. It's been a really meditative process for me and a creative thing for me to do. Coming from art school, now I have an outlet for that. Mm-hmm. And I really like being able to do it. I don't think I would want to videotape or take pictures of myself doing it, but participating in the circle and being part of that process and able to document it from my point of view, I enjoy. That's what I like.
But you're not interested in someone filming you while you go out and do it?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say no, right? But I'm not gonna. That's not something I'm seeking out right now.
That is a thing that a lot of people get into when they get into hunting, especially if they have a good social media profile like you do. Like they start thinking like maybe they should like film hunts, and that could be like. it's a weird thing, right? Because it becomes a part of what you're doing to sort of expand your social media profile.
Yeah.
So then it feels weird.
It does. It's like, what's your agenda?
Right.
Like my agenda is meat in the freezer,
Right.
enjoying the process. And man, I get to spend some really cool time with some really, really, really good friends.
Yeah.
And that I don't think I could give that up for pushing I want to be famous too. But only because I'm filming these hunts. And then
Also, the filming thing, the real problem is that person filming you is also in the way.
yeah.
Like, there's an extra body moving, there's extra smells, there's extra sounds. They have to move to get the shot, and sometimes, like, you're drawing on an animal and they don't have the shot, so they move in order to get a better angle. The animal's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And the animal sees them and takes off.
And more power to guys like Dud that are able to do it successfully. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it also takes a special amount of skill and a desire to do it. And he's really able to show people hunting in a great way, right? And pass on a lot of skills and a lot of the enjoyment of the process.
Yeah. Is there any hunts that you're, like, really interested in doing that you haven't done yet?
I really want to do a spot and stalk mountain lion hunt.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
You want to spot and stalk the thing that spots and stalks?
Yes.
Where are you going to do that?
I don't know. So I think in the Dakotas and in Oregon, there's a decent chance for it.
There's a decent chance because of the population density?
Population density, and then I think Oregon and I want to say South Dakota don't allow dog hunts.
Oh.
So
Oregon's weird. That's dense.
Oregon's a weird place.
That's dense foliage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That would be hard.
I think it'd be hard. You know what, though? I want that kind of challenge. Like, those are the things that really get me, like, way deep inside.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night. You're going to give yourself, what, like 3 weeks?
Like, I'm thinking in my head, I need a couple weeks to make it happen.
Wow.
And I'm a new hunter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing as much research as possible, talking to all the right people, and when it happens, it happens.
So,
but I really want to make it happen.
What's the process for that? You get a tag, you go into the backcountry, and are you going to bivy-sack? Are you going to just sleep in the woods? Like,
that would be what I kind of want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is
solo,
bivy, solo, or maybe one other guy. I think more than that, you're going to have so much presence in those woods that you're never going to see a cat.
Yeah. So how the fuck do you find a cat when you're by yourself?
I think you got to cut a track or find a kill.
So your plan is to get yourself in an area where they're at.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stars got to line up.
Yeah.
But that's part of the cool part about hunting. It's not just killing, right?
Right. Well, that's probably one of the most difficult hunts you can go on.
Damn right. And for me, like growing up in Southern California, having seen a mountain lion when I was younger, I've just had a real deep feeling about mountain lions. I think they're incredible animals. And I think it would be a really, really special thing to pit my training and brain with a bow against a cat
and eat it.
Yes.
That's going to be weird.
Eat it.
Sitting down there eating a cat that you killed with a bow and arrow.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
If I'm able to make it happen at some point.
But you're going to get a lot of meals out of that cat.
I think they're huge.
That's huge.
Dude, a little cat, like the ones down here, they're like 110, 120 pounds. The ones up in B.C. are like 200.
Do they really get that big?
Yeah.
200.
Yeah. That's a big cat.
Yeah, it's a weird animal that just sort of coexists with us. You seen that photo that I have out there of the one by the
How cool is that
Hollywood
thing?
sign? That's a real photo.
Yeah,
It looks fake.
It's so cool.
It looks fake, but that's from a camera trap. That is a giant cat that lives in Griffiths Park, right by the Hollywood sign.
Dude, cats are wild.
That is a crazy place for it to live, though, because it's literally on top of people.
Oh yeah.
And good luck finding a deer up there for that reason. That motherfucker's jacking them all.
Eating everything.
And dogs.
And cats.
And probably kids. Some kid fucks up and goes off in the woods.
Let your kid off the leash.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird animal to coexist with people in these sort of semi-urban settings like Griffith Park.
But it's only weird because of the setting and because we're not used to it. Like, we've coexisted with these things for so long. And now it's weird because we've separated the last few generations so deeply.
How far away are you from planning this out?
Probably a couple of years, if I'm guessing correctly.
How does that work? Because it's hard to get a tag, or
No, because I want to make sure that my skills and my ability are up to snuff where I'm comfortable doing that and pulling it off.
So it's right now just a thought, like a plan.
Absolutely.
Put it on the books for 2023 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
What about in between then?
More elk. I'd love to do another moose hunt. I'm going to start helping to guide with Cole Kramer up in Kodiak.
Oh, really? Up in Alaska?
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Oh, no shit.
So I was up there.
So you knew him before all this?
No.
Oh, you met him?
We met through all this.
Oh.
And last year I went up and assisted him on a mountain goat hunt.
That's a crazy hunt.
Super cool.
That's crazy terrain, right?
So I was up there pack muling.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you do that for the experience, just to see what it's like?
Yeah. And really enjoyed it. And I told him, man, I really want to come back and help you guide with brown bear and with Sitka blacktails and mountain goat again. So this year I'm going to be up there doing some.
Dude, you're balls deep.
I mean,
you're all in.
That's just my, I fucking love it. Like, I love getting that deep into shit. Like, you give me a pool, I'm going to find the bottom.
Yeah. Well, it's a really interesting thing to get all in with too, because it is such a part of our DNA. Yeah. And then it is the source of your nutrition now.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Like that a hobby actually feeds you.
My hobby has allowed me not to purchase red meat at a store in years.
Isn't that crazy?
That's incredible. And then I get to share it with people.
Yeah. No, it really is incredible.
Yeah.
And it really is the best meat you can buy. And we beat it like a dead horse, but it really does make it seem different when you're eating that food. Your feelings are different. It's hard to describe for people. I would like people to experience it somewhat, and I think you can get kind of the shadow of it when you catch a fish and you eat that fish.
Yeah.
You get a shadow of it. You get a touch.
You get a little glimmer.
Yeah. But you don't get the real elk steak feeling.
No, you don't get the elbow deep and pulling that thing apart.
So this is like your life now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Which Black Rifle has really allowed me to do that, because I get to take a fair amount of their lifestyle and environmental shoots and pictures. So I'm able to go on hunts with Evan and Dud and Andy and make it happen and take pictures along the way.
Don't they have a crazy ranch down in Texas too? Yeah.
I was down there last year.
How was that?
It was incredible.
I heard it's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
Texas is such a strange place. I always describe Texas as that's how the rest of the world sees America.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. 100%. They're like America, and you're like, you mean Texas?
Yeah.
It's okay though.
I mean, it's America for sure, but it's sort of like there's places in America that are so clearly like California is one of those places. It's so clearly California.
Yeah.
It's very different than a lot of the rest of the country.
Yeah.
But Texas is the most extreme version of that.
Yeah. Well, no, make sure you know.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
They'll let you know. Yeah. It's just one of those things. And it's for hunting opportunities. Like Texas is incredible. I mean, there's
absolutely
exotics and all kinds of weird animals from other places that they've transplanted there. Like
yeah. I mean,
elands and nilgai and
you probably find a dinosaur if you ask the right people.
If dinosaurs were real, they'd be in someone's backyard in Texas.
Some guy'd have a T-Rex ranch.
Like that's a dream for a lot of people to do the Ted Nugent thing. Like
oh my God.
Ted Nugent he has a house on a ranch in Texas and he hunts literally on his land.
Oh man.
And he hunts basically every day. Because he has so many exotics. The way exotics work in Texas, they're basically private property.
Yeah.
So you don't have to abide by hunting seasons. You do it by whenever you feel like doing it. So anytime he wants to step out of his backyard and go shoot at Orcas for dinner.
It's kudu day.
Yeah, it's kudu day.
Get some.
Yeah. There's kudu in
right?
Texas.
How weird is that?
Well, the weird thing is, like, what if they get out of Texas? Like, does anybody have a fucking plan for that?
All of a sudden, there's Marco Polo sheep in Nevada.
Bro, they have zebras.
Yeah.
There's free-range zebras in Texas. Like, that's not bullshit.
It's awesome.
It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
They're so nuts. It's such a fucking nutty part of the country that there's more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in all of the wild of the world.
It's a cartoon version of the United States.
Yeah.
All bunched into one state.
So are you planning on just traveling around and hunting now? Like that's like a giant part of your lifestyle?
Absolutely.
Have you have it planned out?
Some of them, I know I'm waiting on finding out from Dad about spring bear.
So you're just going to work for Black Rifle and then do your hunts?
Absolutely. and
Isn't it crazy how something can so quickly become a giant part of your life?
Yeah, I fucking love it. Now I just got to sliver out some for some jujitsu and
maybe hobby creep. Like, yeah.
See what happens.
Well, listen, brother, we just did 3 hours.
Oh,
believe it or not.
awesome.
Time flies. Tell people one more time your Instagram and your social media.
So my Instagram is trevor.p.thompson, and you can find me there as well as my photography and my art.
Everything's there.
Everything's right
Beautiful.
there.
All right. Glad we did this. It was fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.